Second floor Royal Suite at the Kieran's Squarn Inn. And you've got your totally not prisoners, Lord Thanar and Torok, who washed squeaky clean over here.
They're prisoners of love. No, not really.
Sarah, I have to ask one
like
very
fugitives.
specific question. What did you do to require the use of a save emote thing now?
Don't worry about
you
it.
don't want to know.
I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it during break. Because I think half the people on here know exactly what I did. I'll tell you about it later. It was brutal.
Also,
Oh,
does anyone see that there is a toilet in our hotel suite here?
I think that's the toilet.
The Underdark has some fancy amenities.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe it's a magic toilet.
It's a magic toilet.
Wait, if I rub it,
use it.
Wait, I go over to it. I rub it 3 times. Does a genie come out?
I'm gonna step
No,
very
please,
far
no
away from
genies.
Fontiev.
Please, God, no genies.
All right,
No
Fontiev goes over and starts
Champagne.
squats down and starts rubbing the toilet.
Ew.
That seems like something he would do.
Amazing.
Guys,
I've heard some people have their D&D games and they say everything that you say is in character.
Oh, yeah, I like doing that. I prefer
Sometimes yes, but sometimes it's just like it should be implied that certain things are not meant to be in character.
I prefer to have it all in character, but that's just me.
I
That's
spend as much time in character as
myself as well
possible, but sometimes when we're talking about what we as players want to do,
yeah, that's also
just
a whole
gets so
thing.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, you're here. It's 11:20 p.m. It seems like a great time for you guys to just have a nice nap and not worry your little heads about anything.
It's 11:20 p.m. Do you know where your dwarves are?
Is this day 2? Have we already did a nap?
Day
Or this
4
is...
of the designated side quest.
Sorry, excuse me. I meant this is the same day that we had Torok and Lord Thanar hang out with us, correct?
Yeah, this has been a very long game.
We've had
it's been a long game day.
This is
if
our
I was the
first.
character, I would be exhausted personally.
Yeah. I think we kind of agreed that we would be somewhat safe here tonight because the police already checked here, and then in the morning we'll figure out a way to get them out. Yes?
Yep. Do you want me to create a little hut? A tiny hut, some might say?
Don't worry, I got this. We'll build a blanket fort. No one will get in.
Okay, well, if you would like.
With Tiny Hut, I'm not sure about that spell. I don't have it myself. Is it a full day? Is it what's the time period on that spell?
It lasts 8 hours. It takes a minute to cast. It's a 10-foot radius dome that blocks stuff on the sides and the ceiling.
Yep.
Put it in the bath.
But things could still come from underneath.
If they really wanted to.
Yeah, put it in the bath. Drain the bath, put it in the bath. Everything will be fine. It's 15 feet radius.
Imagine how wrinkly your
10-foot radius.
Only wrinkly.
No,
if
I mean, do we want to sleep?
Oh, in the tiny hut. Will it refresh us?
Do we want to try to fit in there, or just squeeze Lord Thanar and Tarok in there?
I think maybe just those two would be sufficient.
It could be quite an adventure pile.
I agree, just those two, only because we are known to be staying here.
I'm pretty sure you were staying here under a disguise name.
Yes. I'm disguised as a very snooty old, well, not old, elf lady, drow lady. They can move through it freely. Okay. So let's see, is there like a corner? I'll do
bathtub?
it
Kiff's suggestion was bathtub, only
I
because
guess
it would
try
make it
to
hard.
drain
Oh, well, I didn't know the bathtub was
I could
full
just
enough.
do this room, because that's
Yeah,
like
I think
a little
that's probably better.
less, but it's a little less than a 10-foot radius.
Kiff,
Can we
remember the
say that
bathtub
this
is
room
full.
is a
Yeah. What's with the wall next to the wall? I think that this perimeter is supposed to be the bed, and now there is a bed object.
Yes, that is the bed.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
So
there is in fact a sleeping device there.
Yeah.
Is this room to scale, or is it, like a
it's
20 feet in diameter? Is it enough to fit a dome? A
It can fit a
10-foot
dome.
radius dome.
It can fit a 10-foot dome.
Huh.
Okay,
They put off
so
the dome on top of the bed. They got a nice
Yeah.
comfy mattress to sleep on. Everything's
exactly.
all hunky dory.
And I will
Dome
set it
is
up.
visible,
1,
and
2,
it
3,
can be
4.
dispelled, but yeah, it
Yep.
does block things.
Yep. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there 8 of us? 9 of
And you're
us?
gonna ritual that, right?
Whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm ritual casting the dome in that corner room with the bed.
What color
Uh
is the dome?
and it'll just be like a shadowy dark dome. Good for sleeping. You have to get that ambiance.
Yes.
And then all of us, just I guess 8. Are there 8 of us? The 8 of us are the only ones who can pass through by my designation. That is step 1.
They'll never see us coming from within the dome.
If only it moved, but it is immobile. Okay.
But
That
what if
is
we push the dome somewhere else?
interesting thought.
If you put a tiny hut on top of a floating disc, would it move?
It's a fantastic
It
question.
depends on the weight of that, doesn't it? That's a
Well,
really
I would
good
assume
question.
the dome is kind of weightless. It doesn't have mass.
I bet there are
Mm.
people doing that experiment right
I
now.
was about to say, I'm
Hmm.
sure that there is some
Sounds
type
wicked.
of experiment
Comment in
somewhere.
the chat. Let us know what you think will happen.
Would you like let us know? Would you like us to cheese the game rules because
I
we like doing
I
that?
personally don't want to do that. We know what's happened with the box the bag inside the bag. I would warn against putting magic things inside of or on top of other magic things.
Wait, you guys try to put Binti into a bag of holding.
Well,
No, no one will
let's
ever
make a
put
correction to
Binti
the
Wait,
into
fact
a
who
bag
tried
of
to
holding.
do
we
that?
have experienced the
No one did.
nightmare that
I
is
wasn't there for
magic
that.
things inside of magic things.
Oh no,
Indeed.
no. But so
So-
you said the hut is inside of that room, correct?
Yeah, I just made a little object to represent
Perfect.
Thank you. Much appreciated. So that is thing number 1. Thing number 2 is I am going to, that was ritual casting. I'm going to recast Nistel's magic aura on the Necronomicon. Just touch it to make it non-magical because that is 24 hours. I'd like to refresh that before going to sleep. And then I'm also going to cast Nistel's magic aura on myself to make myself appear as a drow to detection spells
it.
and
See
whatnot.
me again?
I'm using Nistel's magic aura.
Oh, okay, but that one's
You-
not illusion, but okay.
It's not illusion.
Yep.
It is it is an illusion spell, but it's the mask feature. You change the way the target appears to spells and magical effects that detect creature types.
I just realized you have to touch something to cast this spell.
Yes.
Okay, when you touch that book, it's gonna bite you for 2 damage.
Okay.
With the skull on the front of the book bites you.
Or
But that's
Why
all.
not?
And
God,
then
these recent printings of Twilight get really mean.
what were you saying, Charles?
And then it kind of cackles after it bites you. But it does allow that to be cast.
Okay. Well, it's the second time I'm doing it, and I did
No,
touch
it's
it
a
before
little
as well.
more it's a little more sassy this time than it was
Okay.
the first time.
Sure. And then I guess I will touch myself to cast Nistel's magic aura to mask myself as the drow. Cool.
It is an illusion spell.
Huh.
Oh wow, that's kind of like a cheap version of non-detection in some ways.
In some ways, perhaps. But like,
Okay,
we're
all
fine.
right, cool. That's a
Yep.
lot of casting. Many
The
poops.
second level spell.
Yeah.
So it's good for lower spell slots. And then shall we decide where we're sleeping for the night? I assume we're not all cramming under this tiny
No.
dome.
I'm fine with wherever. We've been actually, you know what? I should stay somewhere near the door just so I can hear things. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Everyone else choose a spot and then we sleep.
What happened to Kiff's linen closet?
I don't. I'm not. I don't have great memory, but it was over here somewhere.
Good enough.
So, and you made a nest, right?
Yes, I did make a nest.
You made a nest, so we're gonna bring that back. I'm gonna pile some objects up in there.
Kiff's nest, very important.
Okay,
Kiff need good nest for good sleeps.
there we go.
Yeah.
Last thing before we sleep. Dromik,
Yes.
I know we were talking about potentially sending Lady Elena or her assistant, Tasha, to say that we might need to move up that meeting time. Are you, by chance, able to summon any more creatures today? Some that might be able to discreetly deliver a message?
Yeah, I can do that. Going to be a lot of creatures. Or no, you know what? Let me see. It's gonna have to be a lot of creatures.
Have to be a lot of
I have
there any
no
way you
third
could-
or fourth level spells. I have to cast it as a 5th level spell.
Could
Could
you
it be one
perhaps
huge creature?
create something that is, I don't know, a bit more of a higher level, stealthy, can slink through shadows or fly stealthily or
Yes,
turn
I can.
invisible.
I can do my best to
I-
upcast
I
it. Yeah.
assume you can do
Yes.
anything when it comes to conjuration.
I can do
So-
my best. Hold on. Let me look and see a couple of things. Let
I
me
don't
do
know
a
how
little.
drained it is.
What?
I don't know how drained Dromik spells are.
I have no 3rd level or 4th level. I said I only have
Only
have one
high level.
I have 1 5th and 1 7th level. I have some 2nd and 1st level spells, but I don't have any summons at that low level. My first summon is my first conjure technically.
5th level prestidigitation.
Well, no, I can hold on. Pardon me. Just says twice as many with the 5th level spell slot. So I can make 2 level 2 creatures. 2 level CR2 creatures with this, or I could do giant insect. Which I don't know which one would be less conspicuous.
And
You
we
perhaps-
agreed on a rule for Conjure Fae that you can request certain Fae, and the Fae will answer.
I do not have Conjure Fae.
Oh, you don't have it?
No.
Got it.
Can you perhaps create, I know they're not insects, but an arachnid?
Yes,
Something
yeah.
that
I can use a conjure animal, yes. Yeah, and do arachnids. That's no problem
something
for me.
that might blend in without drawing suspicion, and also
How about...
shouldn't be harmed.
I'm looking. Oh god, there's so many. Sorry. No, it's okay, because the highest CR spider I have is a spider queen from a module that I have never used and I don't think I should be using because I don't know it.
Well, if it's just giving a message, I think it would.
Yeah. It's not for
relatively
fighting. Yeah, it's. I mean, like, if we could we possibly skin it as just like a giant spider? Is that okay, DM?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I
Because
mean,
it's not going
Dromik
to be
has
using
definitely seen a bunch of giant spiders around the town.
like. Right, but there's also a giant spider. Yeah. It's way smaller.
You have seen them as beasts of burden in this town. It's quite ordinary, and there's
Yes.
a couple different colors and stripes and stuff that they have.
I can make 4 of those if you want. Or I could make 2 of the big special spider. Technically. What would you prefer? More spiders or stronger spiders?
I feel
about
like
the
stronger
pollen
in case
spiders?
something were to happen.
That's totally fine.
We don't want anyone to know about the message. I mean, except for
That
the
is a
intended
very small
recipient.
spider. That's quite a small spider. Let me make sure that that's the correct size. But yeah, I'll upcast and make 2 they're technically they're just big boy spiders, but I'm not going to be using any of the ice shit because I don't think I know any of that. Is that okay, DM? You tell
Sure.
me, but it's just for
Yeah.
messaging, so. What size are they? They're only size large, so they're that big. That's not too bad. There you go. There you go. There's 2 big spiders.
Biggest spiders.
Spiders.
Oh my god, the big spiders.
Yeah. All right. I'm
They're
gonna
so big and hairy.
Don't
upcast.
touch him.
They're okay to be touched. They don't seem to care.
Yeah,
Dromik's
that
just
was
gonna
the character.
yeah, Dromik's just gonna go, huh. Feel free to instruct them where to go. I'm giving them to your control. No problem with this.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Lord Thanner, could you perhaps again explain where Lady Elena, or her, believe her servant lady Tasha, resides, and recommend a place we might be able to meet her before the Queen's announcement in the morning? Although I believe it is quite late.
Okay, so he says so. The Queen's whole rally thing was supposed to start at 8 a.m. I don't know what this exact schedule of events wasn't clear there. Did you want to try to meet them at 7:30 or something? And he checks the time and it's 11:40.
I was just about to ask the time. Okay, cool.
He looks a bit tired himself.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
be
he's taking
going
the
to
hut.
sleep right after this. What does everyone think? I feel like 7:30 is cutting it a bit close. Shall we aim for 7?
I think 7 is best.
Can we aim for 7? We need like 6 hours of sleep. As
What
part of
about
a long rest.
6:59?
Correct.
Can we do like 6 hours of sleep and the leisurely walk to meet her? Does that all count?
What about 6
No?
hours of
Okay.
sleep? We turn on the alarm, we hit snooze about 30 times, and then we get up.
So my daily schedule.
Yep, literally that.
You know what? Let's say 7:15.
Okay. He says, sure. She says, do you want me to write it or do you want to write it?
I think perhaps someone who she doesn't know the penmanship of should write it. Just in case.
Right. No,
I
right?
feel like. Oh. Kiff, how good is your handwriting, though? How legible?
I mean, you've all seen Kiff's diagrams of his inventions.
Yeah.
Kiff was also raised by wolves, which is why
That's
Maggie's
why
asking.
I'm asking in character. That is a polite. I feel like, well, Yllaxis isn't here, but she's a very responsible young woman, and I feel like she should write it. Just
Probably has
based
great
on.
handwriting.
I feel like, you know, she has a
Most
whole
likely she
courtier
does.
background,
Yeah,
and she loves words.
I
So-
agree with this. I think she may be the best. Also, just in case there is some type of psychic attack,
Indeed.
she
I
will
don't
be
know
best
if-
to ward it off. Or you or me.
People can read. Yeah. Yes. Indeed. We are in agreement. So. Yllaxis, if you please.
I don't know if is Sean here? I can't. Oh
Sean's not here, but I feel like he'd be okay with it.
I feel like Yllaxis would totally do
Yeah.
this.
John is not here right now. Please leave your message after the beep.
Okay, so that happens. Yllaxis does.
Cool. And I trust her skills of persuasion to know to keep things suitably, persuasive yet vague. So
It
in
doesn't
case
have
the
any like
message.
text or anything in the letter, right? It's just asking.
No, it's just like, let's change our meeting time for tomorrow to this time.
All right, good.
Cool. And where did we say we were meeting her? At a cafe?
Yes, I'm not 100% sure.
At the coffee stand outside.
Yes, the
of-
coffee stand outside of the
Okay.
The outside comes.
yeah, right outside the walls.
Okay. So I guess we'll just say same place because I feel like that. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I think simplicity.
Okay. Now I think we can go to sleep.
Okay.
And hold on. Where are we sleeping? Where am I sleeping? I will go here, and I will cast a ritual cast alarm around my little sleeping space because I don't like to be disturbed or
Okay. Okay.
sprung up on.
All right. And Kip is under a mound of blankets.
Yes.
Okay, are people resting? It sounds like people are long resting. If so, nothing interrupts it whatsoever except any dreams you may have.
I have a quick question, because this is actually kind of important. I don't want to game spell stuff. The casting distance for conjured animals is only 60 feet. Do I need to go with them?
I don't think so. I'll check.
I mean, you can tell me if this is a special circumstance or whatever. I just want to make sure that this is not going to be like, I don't want that to just slide. You know what I mean?
They last for an hour. It doesn't say they have to. I don't think they have to be within 60 feet of you.
Okay, because I've heard mixed things. I have them generally within 60 feet during combat, but that's a whole nother story.
I think they can go do stuff. They just
Okay,
you
that's
probably
fine.
can do it.
That's fine. Yeah, they can just do their thing and then.
And then poof away.
Right, exactly.
Okay, are people rested?
I would hope so. I'm resting.
I'm doing
Nothing
the-
interrupts the rest. Yay.
Hooray.
Huzzah!
Hooray!
And when you wake up and take your baths and everything, there's a stack of letters pushed under the door.
About what time is it?
I think you guys wanted to wake up at 6 a.m., right?
Yeah, we wanted to wake
Yeah.
up pretty early.
Whatever the earliest time.
That would be so tired.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Fontiev just starts going through the mail. Junk mail, junk mail, junk mail. The big toy book!
Wait, did you say if you went to bed at 11:40 and woke up at 6, you would be tired? That's what I do on our Wednesday nights when I go to work. That's what I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
pretty much every night.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You're
Anyway.
you're a stronger person than I am.
When I'm working, it's
That's Matt
11:30
too,
bed,
yeah.
5:30
I wish that I got a
wake
whole
up.
6 hours of sleep when I was
Right.
working on site.
6 hours is a dream. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anything more than 3 hours is a dream. Anyway,
So there's 3 letters, 1 flyer, and 1 bill.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
A letter from Lily, a letter from Saphira, a letter from Tyra Merbanks, a flyer about the Queen's rally today, and a bill for the lizard you left at the stable.
For the what we left at the stable? The lizard?
The extra large lizards you left at the stable.
When was
Did we?
that? That was yeah. I thought we let that lizard go do its thing. Oh no, didn't.
no, because you took the cart. I don't think you dragged the cart by yourself.
There was there a lizard or was it the spider?
I think you guys talked.
Because
to
we have
Animal.
we have one of the
From
lizards.
Frogs.
Yeah, we have one of
Oh,
we
you know
have
what?
2 of the
Yeah.
lizards in fact, not just 1, 2.
Yeah, two
I don't know.
giant subterranean lizards.
Yes, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, anyway.
They're not my lizards. I forgot about them completely.
That's
these
fine. Yeah, I
tiny
was like,
guys.
I think I know these lizards, but yeah, I'll take that.
I know them. I know them well. All right.
All right, go ahead. You can read your stuff first. The lizard bill, you could just tell me the gold at the end.
Okay. The letter from Lily. What does it say? It says. It doesn't say anything about being a princess or anything. It just says her name, and it says, "I have the diminutive ochre creature. Meet me at the sewers under Spider Temple, 8 a.m. During Mom's speech, best time to avoid notice." Okay. Letter from Saphira. This says, "It seems I am not the only one who learned about Mildred's behavior. Be careful if she, what's the word? If she like not blows the, what is it? If she gives her boss the signal early because she might be about to be apprehended. And then the one from Tyra, it basically contains her explanation of of how you can get out of the contract with Lady Narenka.
Oh, no, I wasn't asking how to get out. It was making sure that she can't weasel out of it. I wrote the contract.
Okay.
But
Yes.
that's we can get to that when we get
Contains
to that.
I looked at my note. Yep, it says she contains her analysis of the contract.
Okay.
And how, it's basically all about how to do it in the most efficient way to your benefit as possible.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
And the bill is for 25 gold.
Oh, okay. Does the bill say that it should be paid at the front or should be paid there? That's fine. 25 gold is no big deal.
It says it'll be double
It should be
every-
paid by our great patron Selena, I want to say her name is now.
Sabrina.
No, it's Sabrina.
Sabrina.
You're just as bad as the rest of them.
Why don't you just tell them to put it on your quote-unquote tab?
I am gonna give Maggie the 25 gold and just be like, can you perchance pay this when we get the moment?
I just look down and say, do you think pretending to be the woman that I am that I would pay for it myself?
I'm gonna just look over at Yllaxis or someone
No.
else who has been fawning over her, and I'll just say no. You're
I
right.
believe she has arrived.
Congratulations,
It is the
Leon.
perfect time. My
You're right.
stewardess will take care of it.
At
Stewardess.
once.
Perfect.
At once.
Says-
Yes, at once.
Just put it on
Yes.
Tethel Express card. Never be paid without
We
it.
are now plus one Jonathan.
Good thing,
Ugh.
yes. Oh,
Yes. Not Yllaxis. We have a bill. You are just in time. Not Dromik is going to cover the cost, but I need you to hand it over because Sabrina cannot be seen handing over money. That's not something I
certainly
do.
not. Certainly not.
I have
Certainly
help
not.
for that.
I take the money out of my wallet.
Can't be touching the peasants, can ya?
Oh, no.
No.
We are
Well,
still
no, you need to know
upstairs.
this. You pay me to pay these people. That's what you tell
I'm
me.
getting in character.
Yeah. No, we're upstairs still. I'm just Maggie's being extra, and Dromik's just like it's early.
I'm getting in character. It's never too early to be in character. I'm always in character. Every time of every day.
I hand Dromik the money and I say, and remember this is the day that you met the great lady Sabrina.
With a B.
What? No.
With a
no.
B, yes.
Wait. It needs to be paid downstairs.
The B is for bitch.
Do I need to? Do you want me to pay this, or are you doing so? Dromik's extremely confused at this point. He's like, I just woke up and I gave you money, and now being given back. What is going on?
You're confusing him. Okay. First off,
I'll sort it out. It's hard to get good help these days.
indeed,
Peasant's
indeed
brain
it is.
can't not process what it is that we do and what
Are we
money
now
business we
pretending
do.
that
Alright.
we're rich again?
Yes.
Yeah,
One
don't-
moment.
Dromik doesn't
Always.
like all his role playing, right, Trevor?
Dromik's not into
Always.
roleplay.
I'm going to walk into the room with the other two fugitives we have. I'm going to snap my fingers and dispel the tiny dome and say, chop chop, time to go. I need to disguise all of us, so if you would kindly gather around.
I'm sorry, I
Quickly.
broke a wall. My apologies.
So, just for my reference, this disguise is going to be different from all the other disguises, right?
I think we're all standing around to do the big group disguise again, correct?
Yes, I'm doing seeming. I'm disguising us looking like the people that we walked into this room as. Until we
Which
leave,
is-
at least.
Which is different from, for example, the people that you were when you abducted Lord Banner.
Of course.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're swapping Lord Thanor, and is Torok agreeing, consenting to be transformed?
He
I'm
says
hoping.
yes. He says, I want to return to my people as soon as possible. He saw that this experience has been quite draining.
I understand, and I do believe this is going to be the best way possible. Soon we shall reunite you with Binti, and then you won't have to be disguised anymore. But in the interim, let's see. All right. Everyone gather round, gather round.
Everyone gathers around, at least the NPCs.
What?
You did it.
I assume
You
I
did a thing.
we don't have to like physically move on
Is somebody
everyone on the
playing
map
on
together.
Windows
I
95?
think every wizard has different magic
It
noises.
sounds like.
I like to think every wizard has different magic noises.
Could you
Wizards
imagine that
owned by
was
the Apple
that's
Corporation.
Yeah.
my magic noise? That's it. Oh man. All right, hold on. I'm just grouping us all together so I can do this. Okay. So those of us who walked in, basically our core group, I'm using the disguises that we used yesterday. So Marvis, Drow Lady, Fontiev, Drow Lady, Dromik, I think was Tiefling.
Correct,
Yeah,
because of the
When we
tail.
came in?
Yes.
Okay. Tiefling, I will make Lord Thanner look like a Lady Drow, but with a hood as part of the disguise. So nondescript features. When we walked him in, he had like hood up and was nondescript. So kind of like that, Don't ask. And Torok, will also be tiefling, but with hood and stuff as we. No, wait. He came in as a brown LizardFolk, so
Yes,
we'll do
because
that.
it wasn't seeming. No, he.
Keepin, it.
Yeah, you're
We
right.
painted him yesterday.
Yes, we did paint him.
But today with magic,
Yes.
we'll do that, and then on top of that, add a cloak and stuff.
Magically browned lizard.
It sounds really bad like that. But also we should use whatever cloaks they had yesterday. Use those.
As you wave your wand over his disguise, he says, "This is so unnatural to be affected by such things." He says, "Seeing you wave that wand, it's like the old stories my grandmother would tell about our ancient enemy."
Yes, I have that effect on people. Okay. So yeah,
Shut
to
up.
reiterate, they have their like cloaks up under the disguise as well, and then the disguise is helping add to the cloak because this way, if people with goggles can see through it, there will still
They,
be
like,
a
don't see your
physical
face or
barrier.
whatever,
There's
yeah.
a physical barrier. Yeah.
So everyone has cloaks, or just some of them?
I mean, these two. Lord Thanner came in with like his cloak and hood up and stuff.
Yeah, I can.
Um,
Yeah, I think that we have more than one cloak, correct?
Um,
Between the group of us, because we got some from other places that we can flip inside out to.
Orok is wearing Kiff's original pink sweater.
oh,
Oh, you gave him the sweater?
Yeah, I gave him the pink one a couple of
The one that you found in the pond.
a couple
Yes,
of episodes
the
back,
quite
and then
soft one, yes.
and that's why Kiff bought the purple one.
the original pink sweater.
Okay.
Wonderful, we've done it.
You all rested. You got half hit dice back, so It's you wanted to wake up at 6 a.m., right? So it should be
Yeah, so we can leave.
That was a ritual spell, right? Am I
quickly.
remembering that right?
Which
The seeming?
seeming is not a ritual. I do have to. Yeah, so it happens like that. One action. I just need to mark it off after I'm done preparing my spell slots.
Okay.
Oh,
All
I
right.
forgot I took that.
Before we leave in the morning, may I have cast Find Greater Steed before Maggie did all this? I didn't realize it was over a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got in just at the end of our rest.
open. Yay.
Need to finish.
All right.
A spell preparation.
Can you make Altair look like a spider?
A spoiler.
Yes,
Oh,
of
a
course.
spider?
The same as yesterday.
Right, he's Spider Horse.
He's a winged
I've
spider.
enjoyed having a
Spider
Pegasus that
horse.
is a spider for so long.
A
Spider
Pegasus
horse.
spider.
Just randomly starts floating into the air.
Spider
It's a magic spider. Shh.
Okay, try doing like a joint on that thing, but no, not me.
Don't worry about it too hard. They kind of just explode if you join them.
Yeah. Okay. He is disguised too.
Oh.
All right. It's
Alright.
so 5. We're 2.
Well, I suppose we must go to the coffee stand. Not
Is that
be
our
late
first
for
meeting
that.
spot, or are we trying to meet? What aren't we trying to do? Wasn't the other meeting earlier, or am I
The coffee
misremembering?
stand is 7:15 in the morning.
Ah, yes.
That was the revised time, and
Yes.
Lily, who didn't leave her title, but we only know of one Lily, she
Yes.
mentioned her mother, said to meet her in the sewers, which is quite a choice. A choice. Can I, like, insight check this with my forgery knowledge and see if it seems, you know, like, written under duress or something?
Suspicious as heck.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks. Let's roll some dice.
You
Well,
can
if he's doing
investigate it
that-
because it is an object, rather than
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, I did real good. That's a 30.
You've never seen Lily's writing before, so you're not
Yeah.
sure. However, the word diminutive is probably bigger than the words he uses normally. That seemed a little out of place.
Okay. Probably a trap.
Kiff is just pacing back and forth saying, coffee, 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 coffee.
Yes, I definitely agree, and perhaps who we're meeting with might know a little bit better. Not Lord Thanner. Do you by any chance know the princess's handwriting?
He says, I can't say that I do. She's not really known for her essays or her writing skills.
That's true.
She's been kept cooped up in the palace most of her life.
Yes. Well,
Resting on clouds of heaven, as they say.
to live such a lovely sheltered life. Alright, well, we shall probably be on our way. And just stating, for the record, underneath the seaming, I also look like that snooty drow lady, and I've put lots of makeup, just like caked makeup on my face, you know, like a mask of makeup. So
Right.
just- Okay,
You
cool.
just emptied the entire tin on you.
Yeah, basically.
That's some good makeup.
It's like a one tin per day. All right. Well, shall we be off? Okay.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're planning to walk across the entire longest length of the city, all the way to the east gate, to the coffee stand there, right? Just checking.
I mean, yes, right?
I feel like someone of my station would have to arrange for some sort of transportation.
We do have 2 lizards,
We do.
but that's it.
They're at the stable by the Portobello Grill.
Where is that?
It's a ways from here.
It's most of the
People could be
way.
on Altair, or maybe 2 smalls.
Oh,
and a
there's Portobello.
Yeah, I was about to say not many of us can be on Altair. Only a few.
If you need to ride Altair, you can, Maggie, but, you know, I feel like it could be a bit more grand. I think we walked in that way, didn't we? We walked in with you.
We had a fake
Up
carriage.
I think we did have a fake
We
carriage
had a
last time, you're right.
disguised carriage. Yeah, that we abandoned.
I got
We're
rid of
late.
that. I got rid of
We're
it.
late.
You get rid of it, but good. You put it into the hands of the other comers.
Yeah.
If you're just sightseeing for the day, you know, it doesn't make sense to bring
Basically,
up.
you returned it.
Right. So just a beautifully bedazzled spider would do, right? That should suffice.
Indeed.
Maggie
I
can be
make-
the one, yeah.
I make Altier look a little fancier. And then I will get ready when we leave. I'll just be like, it'll just be for a little bit.
Okay.
And then we shall be off.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna be off. As you go across the city, as you're heading out here, people are just kind of waking up, sweeping the streets, stuff like that. You see a bunch of posters up having pictures of those people that you were disguised as previously, saying, "Have you seen these people? If so, report to Captain Karen, the city guard's office." Blah blah.
Karen.
Yeah.
Karen. Whew. Well, those.
Thanks, Karen.
It
Those
says, "Do
people
not
look
engage.
terrible."
Do not engage. They are proficient in illusion magic. Just report your settings to the guards."
Those people look downright awful.
Do something, say something.
And
Yes.
this used to be such a nice town.
As you pass
Indeed.
by the temple, there you could where there's kind of like an outer court with a lot of columns and a plaza. They're building up a little stage, and they have some musicians practicing some chords. As you go through the bazaar, you see the stores you saw before, including the Siren's coffee shop. You go by there, and then you go past Tyra's office on the way towards Eastgate, and you get to the East Gate.
Well, can on the way, I think at least my disguise, because I stood out as that snooty, nasty lady. I'm just gonna adjust that a little bit so I look less standing out, but still drow.
You mean less heavily bejeweled?
Yeah, and also just face-wise, she had like a very snooty appearance. So softening that, as we like
Okay.
turn corners and stuff, subtly over time.
Okay.
I'm done. Thank you.
So I'm going to draw the Eastgate house.
Okay.
And you said there's a lot of those posters around the Eastgate. It also says, it has also a picture of Lord Thanner and says he's wanted for, corrupting the youth. And it says if you have any information about him, please report to Captain Karen, the city guard offices, etc., etc. So basically, all of your crimes, there's wanted posters for him, but they haven't quite figured everything out yet. Because you guys had so many illusions.
That's
Thanks
the
to a certain
plan.
illusionist.
That's literally
Hooray.
exactly why we have
I'm
them.
finally doing my job.
Okay.
I'm sorry, are we planning to go
there.
into a meeting room area? I'm pulling up stuff.
There's a couple of trader guys with carts. There's a couple dwarves there. You actually see Tyler the dwarf from the other day. He's there with his red kobold friend named Red, and they smile and they say, "Hey, good morning. Didn't think we'd see you this year."
Good morning. Oh, it's Red.
Yeah, I don't know where I put them, but I'm gonna go find them.
Do you by chance have the pounded diamonds that I requested?
Red nods, and she comes up and she hands them over.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Pleasure doing business with you.
She says, "Yep, no problem." And she looks to Kiff. She says, "Sorry, I didn't have much time to stay." She says, "Tyler and I gotta go take the money back to the forge, but I hope we see you again soon. Maybe you could visit sometime."
Okay. Kiff also busy too. Before you go, do you have coffee before?
She shakes her head no. She says, "No, I didn't think I needed it. I thought it was an elf thing."
It says, Ooh. Kiff have treat. Kiff have treat.
Does it involve a stick with meat on it?
No, it involves coffee. If they are heading out, since we are heading out of the gate as well, Kiff will happily buy my red kobold friend a coffee. And Kiff will buy coffee for the whole party.
He says, "Hey, sure, at the stand outside, that'd be real nice of you." He says, "We gotta pass through customs first, but it shouldn't be a big deal."
Yes. Yeah. See you outside. Yes. Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
I'm going
Kiff turns
to
back.
look at Maggie and Yllaxis, of course in disguise, and just say, we have to pass through customs again.
Indeed.
This might prove to be difficult. I don't have anything else to give to one of them.
Alex says, "Well, if you guys really are just going out there for the coffee, maybe they can make an exception."
Well, will they be looking for illusion disguises and such with their goggles that they have?
He glances from you and then the posters and back to you, and he says, "Yeah, you know what? I did see some really strange things happen in the expat village lately. You know, weird spells and that stuff going down. So it would be accurate to say the guards are on high alert."
Perhaps, Kiff, we can give a little bit of money to your friend to buy the coffee, and they bring it to us instead. If that's what
Indeed.
you want.
Kiff says, good idea. And
Yes.
then he'll come up to Yllaxis and send a message to her and say, perhaps they tell friend to come inside gate too?
Oh,
Out of
I mean,
character,
they just-
that way we don't have to go out. They expected to meet us there.
Yeah, we're meeting someone outside the gate is the problem.
Yeah, so if
gotcha.
Red
I
and-
misunderstood myself.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. That's
Well-
why I wanted to make sure that you were filled in.
But perhaps sorry, I'm like my brain is all over the place.
Yeah, they can say something to the people who are
They c-
outside while they're getting coffee for us.
Well, Tasha could bring it in if she knows it's us.
That's
Isn't
what
it
I'm-
her
yeah.
coffee stand?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if they go out and give coin, maybe they'll come in and she'll come in and meet us.
At this point, Tyler and Red have gone into the inspection.
Looks like one of us. Oh, sorry. Looks like one of us is doing it. They're already gone. Who's going out there?
How rude of them to not even listen to us.
Ooh, rude.
I mean,
Yeah, how rude.
I can do it. I have a connection there.
That sounds okay to me. You may want to make sure that you have nothing that they will be upset about on.
The only thing I have in my own person, they like scrolls. Perhaps, Maggie, I want this back, but I have a scroll of enlarge reduce.
What about the purse of many pockets and the bag of holding, in which I think you are carrying both, or pieces of both?
Well, yeah, I can't take off. I don't think, can I take off the purse of many pockets? I can definitely hand you guys
I
the
don't
bag.
know.
That's
yeah,
not it.
yeah, that might be
You can pick it
important.
up if you want.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, there you
just
go.
for this moment, might
Do
be.
that. I
wise.
also
What were you
You
gonna
also,
say,
what were you gonna say?
we have two options. One, I can try to change the illusion in case they have, things to check for that, or I can use one dose of this powdered diamond that I just acquired and try to cast non-detection on you.
Well. And how long does non-detection last?
8 hours.
Quite a privilege.
25
That's not a bad
gold
idea.
for the diamond.
It's not a bad idea. I could certainly do that. I would want to leave my contrabands there, but
Oh, well, you should still not take the contraband in with
Yes.
you, but at least we can keep your disguise so they won't know, oh, it's Yllaxis. Who they're, I'm sure, on high
Yes.
alert for.
yes, I think that's a fabulous idea. But I'll do that, and I'll go get us coffee. And by get us coffee, I mean meet with Tanya, who's expecting to meet Yllaxis.
So we find like a little corner or something, and I will use one dose of the powdered diamonds, a pinch of diamond dust over Yllaxis to cast non-detection.
So I believe that means her illusions now can't be detected,
Yes.
which is pretty powerful.
Before Yllaxis leaves, Kiff would like to go up to Yllaxis and put his hand on her leg because he can't reach like her arm or anything. And Kiff will say, "Trader friend above ground once told me." Very good phrase for what this is now. Yllaxis, smooth operator. And then he plays the little first couple of chords of Sade's Smooth Operator and gives Yllaxis a bardic inspiration in case
This is so exciting.
in case she needs it for any particular reason going out or in the game.
Very exciting.
Doing the talky talk.
Sadly, Kiff does not know how to play the saxophone. Otherwise, he would do the do 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 do.
It was lovely just to sing, Kiff.
I would just add that the illusions are not substantial, so if there's anything large, your hand would go through it. But I don't think that's too much the case in Yllaxis.
The only illusion is the self, the disguise self. So
Right.
Indeed. And I keep it as close to the physical stuff as possible.
It's very form-fitting, is what you're saying.
Also, I think I said it, but casting non-detection was not in the middle of the street. It was in like a little corner. I feel like I said it, but just
You did say that.
okay.
Okay.
So,
So Yllaxis saunters up there.
Saunters, that's a good way to say it. Saunters, yes.
Lisa, the paladin, says, "Ma'am." She goes after you.
She's not spawned in, so I couldn't see her there. I apologize.
It's okay. It's just an imagination game.
I'd do it even if you weren't like walking in.
Yeah, I don't love her.
He says, "You heading up?"
She sucks.
Oh, I just want to get some coffee. The coffee on the other side's absolutely fantastic.
She kind of sighs, looks you up and down. She has her notepad out. She says, "Coffee, huh? You're just gonna go out and back?"
Yes, out and back.
You notice that Mildred is not here. Lisa looks at a wizard on the other side and looks back at you. She says, "Well, I mean, the guards will be watching you, so I guess it's no big deal. You're telling the truth."
Thank you kindly.
She says, "Sure thing, man.
And my
How long will you be out there?"
Saunter. Oof. Let's see. It's 7:15 now or so. Yes. Maybe in half an hour or so. Just standing within a few feet of the door. Nothing fancy.
Nice. He waves. She says, "Move along, move along." She says, "Have a nice day, man."
And you as well, yeah. Alrighty.
All right, you're out.
I am out.
You see Marissa and Tasha chatting. Tasha turns around and she says, "Are you the adventurer?"
I walk up a little closer to slowly. I also look at Marissa and
You can see that there are a couple snipers in the what do you call it, little windows up above.
yes.
They're not particularly paying attention, but they're there.
Is Tosh? First, I'll say to Marissa, 2 coffees, please.
Sure thing. She says, 2 coins.
And I oblige.
How shall I
After-
second speak?
Yes, after I buy that and say, so you've summoned me.
He says, well, yes, he says, I really don't know much about this at all. It's my mistress, Lady Oleana. She has a job for adventures, and she heard that you guys were excellent adventurers. You see, the problem is that her younger cousin, whose name is what's her name? Her name is Bonnie. Her younger cousin, actually, she went out just this very gate, in fact, down that road, up the stairs, to pick some special mushrooms in that big puffball field up the stairs. And she usually does this, this time of year, but this time she went, she never came back, and Lady Oleana wanted some powerful adventurers to try to see if they can find what happened to her and hopefully bring her back.
Yeah, that's absolutely horrid. When did this happen? Just recently?
Just about a day and a half ago, yeah. He's really worried about it.
Well, we do have things to do, but this sounds like a very high priority. Not promising anything, but where would we be able to find your lady? Should we have questions or be able to provide the sister or cousin? Excuse me.
He said, "Well, I should add. I mean, Lady Oleana is very reasonable. I should add that she was specifically looking for, the adventurers who hang out with Maggie, because Maggie's really there's so many stories about Maggie.
Somebody wrote you a letter, and somebody else just bought you coffee. So what do you think?
Yeah. She says, well, anyways, if you want to talk about it more, you can come find us, I guess, at Lady Oleana's mansion in the west part of town. But for this particular job, time really is of the essence. The city guard generally won't help us stuff outside of the gates, so if you guys can't do it relatively quickly, I think Lady Oleana's gonna look for someone else.
I understand that. Is there any sort of hints or clues or advice that you can provide?
Well, I did overhear a conversation between the both of them. Lady Oleana has a really big house, so she often hosts many different members of her family. She's very kind, really. She owns many of the shops in the bazaar. I overheard a conversation. I overheard Bonnie saying that there was some strange round metal object that appeared in the puffball field out to the east, and she was going to go investigate it. She wondered if it was some sort of gnome contraption that was going to be damaging the mushroom ecosystem.
Can I insight check her? First, I want to see if, I feel like her intention was, if her intention when she asked about the adventurers that hang out with Maggie, if she's trying to just, out me, or if this is, genuine.
Okay.
What is that? Plus 5, 6, 18.
Seems pretty genuine. Tasha seems like she's not trying to deceive anyone. She's kind of an artless person.
Okay. We'll see what we can do. Thank you for this information. Hopefully we'll be hearing from you in the future.
He says, I certainly hope so. She says, by the way, she says, if you can't do it, just send a message our way, by spider or some other method, and we'll see if we can find some other mercenaries. Of course, I don't think they'll be as impressive as your group, but, she does love her cousins, so we'll see what happens.
Safe travels. And I'm gonna wait for her to go, and then wait 2 minutes, and then go myself.
He's gonna go straight back in. You're gonna chat with Marissa, I assume?
Were there goals we had for Marissa? Is that what you're saying, or you mean just to keep up the?
She just
the
sells coffee.
Yes,
That's
this
what I
kind
thought,
of coffee too.
Yeah. Let's see. I
Relax,
got a
I
coffee.
needed 10 minutes to do what I wanted to do while you were out there, so.
I got a coffee. Who else? I orders
Paladin ready to
before.
come out, and Tyler's
Who got the chai latte? Chai
Yeah.
latte?
He asked for some tea and biscotti.
I just took orders. Whatever people wanted, I got. And on Fontiev's cup, they wrote Schmontiev.
Yeah,
God.
Marvis sells a couple
You
other
know,
things.
you
Oh,
sit
well.
there, you write it out for them, and they still give it to you wrong.
She sells tea, she sells biscotti, she sells marshmallows, kind of expensive. And she sells a couple of tourist trinkets.
What do you say? There's 5 of us. This is the fancy shit. I spent 10 gold on whatever we wanted, and I took the orders, and we bring it back.
Okay.
You said Maggie wanted to do something while Yllaxis was out.
Yes. Assuming that we're not standing in the middle of the street, we're just waiting, tucked away to the side, kind of out
there's
of
some
view. I would,
benches
cool. I would like to take the 10 minutes. I think it's like 10 minutes plus 1 action, to cast a ritual cast seeming, not seeming. Sorry, sending. The other one that sounds similar. To Princess Lily. Be like.
Okay.
Do not be alarmed. Were you successful? Are you okay?
Do not be alarmed. Were you successful? Are you okay? She responds with, "Yes, I'm okay. I have the lizard."
If 10 minutes pass, is Yllaxis still outside?
Yllaxis is back in about. I haven't. Well, if she wants to go back after that, Lisa waves her back. Lisa seems to trust her implicitly based on her appearance.
Basically, if she's not back by the time that 10 minutes runs out, I'll start another sending. Because I was careless with words. Be like, wonderful. Where and when shall we meet you? Be specific in 25 words or less, please.
She responds with just what I said in the letter.
Downstairs, or I mean not the downstairs, the the under the sewer area, correct?
She specified the sewer, like underneath the area of the temple block.
Underneath the Bloth.
Underneath the temple of block. Yeah, close to the center of town.
Can I insight check the
It's kind of
voice?
hard to give really specific directions like that in sending. I guess you could try.
No matter.
I think
Does
that's
she-
but I think that
You could try to insight check it if you want.
I think that Maggie wants to insight.
Almost was a good roll.
Man, do I hate when that
13.
happens.
Yeah, it was like 16, you won 8. Anyway, 13 total.
She sounds calm and happy. She sounds unconcerned.
Okay. But when I read the letter, I felt like diminutive was a big word for such a...
Right, because your other insight checks told you that she seemed pretty dumb at night.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, we need Binti.
Yeah, is everything okay, Maggie?
I do... I don't feel particularly confident about this whole situation. I wonder if she's been put under some sort of dominate person,
I wonder that as well. but-
especially if perhaps Mildred has been discovered and is planning to act. This could be the distraction during the Queen's speech.
Yeah,
For one.
the Temple of Loth is
Seems a very specific
Interesting.
location.
Do we want to see if we can get near and pick it up from there once we get closer? Because I think that it might
Said
take
the
some time.
stewards.
Right, but we may be able to send something or someone slightly closer before we show our faces.
Perhaps. Question for the DM. What's her name? Tyra? Did she say what time we'd be meeting at the Duel Master's office? Because I know we said adjourned until the morning. Did she by any chance write that in her note? Or was that also?
I think it was 8 a.m.
I think the day before it was any time after 8 a.m., but...
It could be that. Yeah, it could be that. Let's say, I mean, she doesn't want to just sit there waiting for you all day long.
But
So let's
also,
say-
we had that conversation before the queen was like, we're gonna have a whole thing. So, you know, if the duel master has to be at that, maybe he asked to push the time to like 9. And Tyra was like, by the way, it's 9. I'm not. Anyway. If that didn't happen, okay.
It could be that the queen knows that she doesn't want you to distract me from this. But anyway.
You just know now.
Well, first things first. Don't we need to go before, or is it during the Queen's speech? The finish, or did we push that back a day to finish discussions? That's today,
Discussions
correct?
we have to finish this morning. Looks like Tyra gave an update sometime between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. So we could do that after. The question is, are we going to be there for the Queen's speech, or are we going to go into this almost definitely a trap in the basement of the...
I think the oh, sorry, go ahead, Trini.
No, I was just gonna say, I think the Queen's speech, we don't have, like you were saying, it's kind of like a trap. We don't have any indication to actually know if they even have been to you.
I would actually prefer to see what they're doing down there, because we might get more information even if it is a trap, but I understand hearing what the Queen has to say is also truly important, but I know Torok, and I know he's going to want to go get Bindi as quickly as possible.
I mean, this is...
That's fine.
You
No...
brought Tarek with you, right?
Yes.
Yes, if there's anything I can do to retrieve Binti, I'm willing to do it, even if I die, I would like to die by his side.
Understand.
I don't mean to pry at all, but can you tell us a little bit about Binti's physical characteristics? Anything that we could identify that it is in fact Binti?
Okay, so he's about 6 inches long. He's bright orange. He has like a few, not like spikes, but a little like one of like soft spikes.
Spines.
Yeah. Soft spines.
Yes,
Bright
thank you.
orange. He moves very slowly. Has chubby legs. And he
I
drops
love
his
Binti.
tail if anyone is rough with him.
Right, yeah,
What?
he drops his tail like a skink. He'll pop his tail off if he feels threatened.
And he can make a peep
Tora.
sound. Only when he is very scared or very happy.
It's only one or the other. The
Yes.
note that we received, it said something about his coloring, I think. It was like, I found the ochre lizard or something. Am
Yes.
I remembering that correctly?
And with your 20 intelligence, you know ochre is a type of orange.
I was about to ask, what color is ochre? I do not have 22 intelligence.
It's Splorange. Splorange color.
Okay, so it's it might be something. Yllaxis, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to ask, maybe Maggie does one more sending and gives like a rhetorical question about the appearance of it and see how she responds.
That could work.
Well,
Asking for a more in-depth description of him.
I
Ye-
feel like
yes,
if
but-
anything, this could be a dominate person type of situation. They clearly, if someone has persuaded her, they have told her what to say and such. By the way, what time is it? In game.
In game or out game?
In game.
In game, I'm gonna say 6:55.
Okay.
We can talk and walk, correct?
Sure.
Let's
I'm
start.
incapable of that.
I mean, we all got our coffees
can
to
do
go
one
from
thing at a time.
Underbucks.
Yes, we did. We did get a
Can,
coffee.
can
You're
we
right.
just can we okay? Quick poll for everybody. Can we just call our coffee shops down here Underbucks?
Underbucks, incredible.
I like
Nice.
it.
I do. Like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Huge
Yes.
fan.
And now I gotta draw the logo for that. Okay, now my brain's going.
It's gonna join up with Kiff's meal on a stick.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Joint-
one, it's gonna be
joint
like that
venture.
KFC Taco Bell split restaurant.
Yes.
Food truck.
Half underbucks.
Starting out as a food truck.
Half meal on a stick.
Pop-up locations coming to a something near you.
Coming to a cave
hole
near
near
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
All right. I feel like we should have just gone to Lady Elena's residence instead of going across town, but we
It's
were
fine.
tired. We were tired.
We
you
needed
know.
our coffee. It was
Not
important.
thinking the best. Not thinking clearly. Okay, it's 6:45. We have an hour and 15 minutes.
How long is it going to take us to walk to where we need to go? That was the question.
Depends where we're going.
It's about 20 minutes if you go across the longest part of the oval.
Okay, I was just saying we have
All the way
an
across
hour
the
to get to the dual master's office, which was back by where we were staying anyway.
Yeah. So it's
Um,
probably 15. You said it's 20 minutes across that part of the oval?
When you got her, you went all the way, basically all the way across the city. That's 20 minutes. So anything less would be less.
Okay. Yeah, so it's probably like 15 minutes to the dual master's office.
Yep.
Computer screen just got really bright.
It wants to
Unless that
blind
was the
you.
table.
I
Look
increased the
away!
variance, so I'll
Look
do-
away
Okay.
from its beautifulness.
I was like, is it me? Is it the table? Ugh.
It's the
Anyway.
table. Mine also got really bright.
I
Oh,
changed it
and
because
It was the lighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was the lighting. Yeah. You're good.
The, Alright, so the Temple
Remember,
of Wealth
kids,
is...
always play with it in a room with bright lights.
Oh no.
The Temple of Wealth is right next to the town dual master's office. It's in that
Pretty
area.
close. It's set off with some, plantings and statues and stuff.
And where is the queen intending to give her speech?
It's going to be out in the front plaza part of the temple. The temple has like a public plaza and then like an inside inner chambers.
Oh. Oh, this seems like a trap.
You think?
The Temple of Loath.
I mean, I said it before. Yeah, the queen's given a speech above, and we're supposed
Yeah.
to be in the sewers below. Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah. That's absolutely. It is. So here's the thing. It's either a trap as hell or just not, and I'm not sure which. So, but like also, we should at least check. I think we should at least check on it. But like, I'm not gonna. The majority
I do
vote,
agree.
but we'll do it later. You know.
I do agree. If we have an hour and 15 minutes,
We
I'm
could
inclined.
even go check out now
Yeah.
and set ourselves up for
So-
success.
That's an option, or we could go to Lady Oleana's estate, talk to her, and circle back to the Temple of Loth because
That also works fine for me.
we have an hour and 15 minutes. We might be able
Yeah,
to
that's
get
okay.
there before 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's do that.
If we all really, really believe it's just a trap and there's no Binti here, we can
I'm
call
not
them
sure.
off and sneak in through the sewers to try to get to that alchemy room. But only if we 100% think
I
they're
don't.
bluffing.
So I don't. I'm not sure is my problem, and I don't want to just leave Binti. Like, you know what I mean? I want to make sure. But I also haven't insighted anything. I think that what Maggie's saying though, to go to Lady Elena's house is a good use of our time.
She's, I'll be honest, it sounded like from Tanya there wasn't that much help she could offer. Or she wasn't really that willing. I didn't press her too much because she's just a messenger, but...
Well, she is the council, though.
Absolutely. I think, unfortunately, I think she's drawn her line in the sand as to how we get her on her side, but we could convince her otherwise. I'm sure her politics are separate from her personal feelings.
We are also
Also, the
planning to go help Torok go home, correct? It might just be something we can do on the way. We also need to go check out the place in the Puffball Forest area for Saphira to be on our side. It seems as if everyone is just pointing for us to go there anyway. Why not just say we'll do it?
Indeed, and make another ally in the process. Plus, we have
Exactly.
a personal incentive for her. May as well discuss it before the announcement at 8 o'clock, so we don't know what that will be and how it'll affect the council.
I agree.
Let's do it then. I was never objecting, I'm just saying.
no, your input is greatly valued. I assume since that was we probably started walking while talking.
Okay. And tell me your destination.
Going to Lady Elena's place.
All right. So I'll actually summarize this. So on the way back, you don't see much. You do at one point you hear an alarm and people say the lizards are attacking, and there's a bunch of lizards shooting people. But you're far enough away from the mines area that it doesn't really affect you that much. And Turok makes a big sigh and shakes his head. He says, "My people are restless. I wish I need to go back before all the stars fade out. He says this town is so evil." He seems upset, and he's like yearning to be with his people, kind of.
Kiff says, we get back to Binti, and then we see. No worries, friend.
It's okay, we must get Binti then, we must get Binti.
And
He
then
says,
Kiff-
I appreciate the kindness of you all, but at some point, I have my own goals. I must go my own way if I can't achieve those goals.
Kiff says, of course, friend. We each have goals. And then Kiff takes a big swig of his coffee, and then hands it to Turok and says, here, try warrior juice.
Okay, so he's gonna try that. He feels better. Anyway, you get to Lady Elena's place. She tells you basically the same thing that Tasha did, but she's a little more serious and she's a little more formal, a little more concerned. Did you have any other questions for her
Yeah.
that you wanted to ask her specifically?
They're not so much questions. It's more like, of course, we're taking it very seriously. But the politics at play are just this. I have fear that you're about to lose all your power in the next few moments by that speech, and you don't seem to be the least bit worried about the people of this city without your guidance. Would it be? We're trying everything we can, and we're going to seek out the whereabouts of your cousin, but we do need you to be aligned with us politically.
He says, "I'm sorry, I'm not really looking for political assistance. My family has plenty of money. We don't need that sort of thing. I'm simply looking for some respected, well-reputed adventures to rescue a family member who seems to have been unfairly imprisoned."
I'm sorry if I misspoke, darling. Of course, but what I'm saying
He
is
says,
that...
"I will pay you well, of course."
No, of course not. That's not what we're asking. We're just saying that you don't seem the least bit concerned that in the next hour your job might get sacked.
She says, "I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean." She seems a little bit in disbelief. She doesn't really believe that.
What do you think the Queen's speech is going to be about?
So there's all these what's the word? Bleeding hearts who want to change everything and put men on as riding spiders all over the place. She says, "I really have no interest in it. I think everything in the city is really just fine, just the way it is. I've been close with the Queen for many years. I have absolute trust and faith and confidence in her plan to improve things around here."
Are we all in the room?
I assume so.
Okay.
Just be careful.
Wait, actually, she would say, excuse me, which one of you is Maggie?
Well, of course, we are here as her emissaries. The lady must never show her face when she's so highly sought after.
Emissary, she says. Well, Perhaps you could do a magic trick just to prove that you share her power.
How do we act on her behalf?
Yes. You just want to be sure I'm part of the right person, she says.
Well, I'm sure we can do a little something.
I'm
I
gonna
will.
insight check that. I mean, I'm worried that she might be trying to trip Maggie up in something.
I'll go for
Okay.
it.
I don't like dice that are on high numbers, so I always have to roll something else.
I understand that. I also do that.
Same.
Oof. 9 plus 6 is 15, but I'll use Kiff's Bardy Bard.
She seems as though she really wants to make sure it's Maggie. She's gonna add that she says, I've heard everyone talking about Maggie and that Maggie's accepted the duel, but very few people have actually seen Maggie, and she's supposed to be this beautiful, pale creature from the surface, an old and wise human. And I haven't really seen any woman with that description around town. Although the rumors are wild. And Yllaxis too. She says Yllaxis is supposed to be this stunning beauty
Question.
with golden hair that just bounces and sparkles.
Okay, so I would like to, if it's okay, I want to insight check when she's describing Yllaxis and Maggie, and based on what we've heard, how invested she is in their physical appearances. If what we heard seems
She's
accurate.
talking more about how they look than I think other people might, than anyone else that you've met has.
Okay, do I need to insight check?
That I don't think you need to.
Okay, so she's like, they sound real hot. I want to see them.
Well, she didn't say that, but she said that
But,
she heard they
that's
look
the
really
vibe.
good.
In slightly
Yeah.
more words,
Vibe.
yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Let me just sexy jitsu for you right now. Thanks.
Did Yllaxis or Maggie react at all to these phrases?
I mean, if you want, I could change the illusion to do that for you.
Yeah, that was a half joke, but like,
I
No,
mean,
please, no.
it's funny you've heard the rumors about these women's appearance, but yet you haven't heard the talk of the town, which is that everyone around is saying that the queen is going to fire the council.
also, before that.
She said, well, that's just not a rumor. I mean, the Queen's not going to fire the council. It's preposterous. She says, we've stood by her for decades.
Indeed. And now speaking of the
Centuries.
queen, and it sounds like you have stood by her side for centuries, as you say.
It certainly will.
I've heard, speaking of attractive women in powerful positions, that the queen is something to look at herself. Is this true?
Queen Madaris, he says, a little surprised.
I mean, it's just what I've heard through the grapevine, but is it
Not particularly.
Oh. Well, I'm sure if you've been following her for all this time, she must have a very good heart then.
She hesitates a little bit, so thinking when you say good heart, and she says, well, she can be strict, but she's been a fair queen.
She is a person.
You seem very devoted to her. You trust her leadership immensely, if you're not worried about these rumors.
She blinks a few times, she says, okay. She says, if you do, in fact, represent Maggie and her crew, and you are interested in taking upon this mission for my family member who I'm quite concerned about, I can pay you some of the reward in advance. Because I've heard great things about your abilities, but I don't wish to talk about this politics things any further.
And because I'm trying to suss out her feelings for the queen and see if they go any further, that's what I was trying to do.
It seems like she's not interested in talking about the queen. She doesn't want to talk about it.
Did she get defensive?
First rule of Queen, don't talk about Queen.
It wasn't defensive, it's more like she just thinks that's irrelevant, and she doesn't have any strong feelings about the queen.
So she's not harboring a secret, one-sided love for her? I see how it is. Okay.
No, that was all
She
of
says,
us in
"My
the
cousin-"
beginning. It's fine.
She says, my cousin is very important to me, and I do want the best quality adventurers. And this town has extremely high security. I always told her not to go out there because we can't go retrieve people. They get attacked by worms or salamanders or whatever.
Indeed,
So-
indeed. We would be, I think, I will look to Yllaxis and say, I think we'd be happy to take up this request. Our Lady Maggie is always very concerned about the well-being of people, including young ladies in difficult positions. She was once young herself.
Lady, I'll have the inside checks you. And she smiles at it and she says, she smiles for the first time. She says, sounds like you know Maggie rather intimately.
But yes, we are her emissaries. And
She
is
says,
very
well, do
close
all
to all of
adventurers
her.
on the surface have emissaries?
Well, if she's as accomplished as you say, I think it's quite obvious.
We
How many
do.
adventurers on the surface do you know?
Right, that's a good question. How many
Also
adventures do you know?
that.
Are you aware of?
She shrugs and she says, not many. Occasionally there'll be a group of poor boys who form them to a gang and are assigned to go fight off worms. They usually don't survive.
Right. Especially ones who have done what Maggie has done.
Indeed, and men just really can't do as good of a job as ladies can.
Well, of course, she says.
All right, then.
Okay, she says, any further questions?
No, I think we'll be going. We'll be happy to help. We'll recommend that Maggie puts us to the top of her list. Just, keep your ear out for the next couple of hours and, remember the warning that we gave.
And if you ever have any additional matters you'd like to bring to Lady Maggie's attention, I'm sure we would be happy to do so for you.
She says, well, I'd certainly like to meet her in person.
Indeed. I'm sure she would be thrilled to meet you as well.
She says, one more thing. My cousin is a very, very delicate person, and if she is in fact captured by some bandits or something, if she is, in one piece or if she is damaged, that will certainly affect the reward that I can pay for it. I do wish her to be as healthy as possible. I'm not sure how time may affect that.
Of course.
We would get right on it, but if anything happened before we were able to get there, I mean, we'll do our best.
We're going to do what we can.
She looks slightly concerned. She thinks for a moment. She says, is there some way to persuade Maggie to address this issue a little more quickly?
Well,
To increase the priority.
$1 million.
I don't think the finance is what it is, but you know what? I think this
She is very distracted with this dual and political
Yes.
situation.
Absolutely, and that's sort of the reason why we were talking about all the politics.
Yes.
What with a duel?
She has that, yes,
tomorrow?
coming up tomorrow.
Mhm.
Early tomorrow. Such little time to prepare.
Not to mention, with all the politics abuzz of what the Queen is going to say, and that definitely is something Maggie's been looking at. While we're at it, since you are on the town council, I know I've heard word that, well, unfortunately, the town really only deals with the matters of the town and not the priorities of others who have been lost out there. Perhaps if you were to convene in the council, that is something you would be able to do for the future.
That's not a bad idea. We could form a sort of adventuring society that would deal with problems that happen outside the town's walls.
Indeed, indeed. And I think if you would concede to be a voice for Maggie and help.
So I know nothing of Maggie's political ambitions. I've heard she's been conquering cities up in the surface. I don't know if it's really appropriate for her to
Liberating. The Empire has these awful rules about who can, do what, who can love each other, things like that.
Men. Right. Men,
Yes.
mostly, by the way.
Indeed, they're very
She's men.
patriarchal
They're all
society. But since the duel that she's been called to in this political situation has been a primary concern of hers, if someone else was perhaps keeping an eye on the situation, gathering information, it would definitely free up our hands to give all the time that we have towards investigating this dome and retrieving your dear cousin Bonnie.
A
It's a
boy comes in with a
simple-
tray of muffins.
It's a simple matter of where we divert our manpower and resources to.
Manpower, she says.
Woman
Woman power.
She says, you know, just saying a manpower so casually, she smiles at the disguised Maggie. She says, oh, it's almost as though you were really someone from the surface and you weren't a dark elf like us. We don't say manpower, she says, then chuckles.
We did a semester
Well,
abroad.
I've been spending quite a lot of time up there working with Maggie, as you, I'm sure, can imagine. Quite a business for us in Charlotte.
She nods. What was your name again?
My name, Serene.
Serene?
Yes.
Siri?
Serene.
Okay.
Serene.
Okay, Serene. Okay.
Like calm.
He says, okay, does Maggie, she says, I certainly can't promise for any to totally change all of my political beliefs, but if Maggie is interested in any one specific council vote, maybe I could take it on a consideration in return for help with this particular request of mine.
Well, I'm
She
sure
says
that
Maggie, and she gives the big air quotes and chuckles again.
Did she investigate to see through my disguise? It's an investigator insight.
She doesn't have to answer that question.
No, I'm looking at my character sheet.
I think it's investigation. It's always intelligence with illusions.
I think you're right in that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know either off the top of my
But
head, but
also if she's trying to insight check me and I am actively deceiving, do I to make a deception check with that?
So the social skills that you can roll, but you can't always like take back things that you said.
Well, I'm not
It's the main
taking
character.
back. I didn't realize that I had to specify that I was deceiving her when I already was doing it. Like, do I have to say that every time I'm deceiving someone? Because that's all the time.
No. Okay,
Also,
so she's asking if there's a specific vote that you're
if it's
particularly concerned about.
Just for the record, if it's specifically seeing through seeming, that is an intelligence investigation check. Just for the record.
Yeah. Okay, so she's asking if there's any particular council vote that you're interested in.
You mean in the subject matter?
Yes, he says I could be persuaded if my dear cousin is brought back in good health.
Perhaps we'll report on it once we know what the actual situation is. If you could provide some of that information in the meantime, then I'm sure we could say which council vote it would impact.
He says, you want me to tell you about upcoming votes?
I don't think that's necessary right now. I think
Yeah, right now we
I think we'll put
want
a pin in it.
retrieve your cousin. We just
Time is of the essence, after all.
She
indeed.
nods. She says, yes. All right, she says, well, if that's all, I've got to get back to work. I'm working on some new developments in the bazaar.
Thank you. It was lovely chatting with you. And as we leave, I'm just going to give her a little fond pat on the arm.
He blinks a bit at his
Nice
face.
arm touch.
And smile at her.
He says, you
and
already were
leave.
quite a character, and she chuckles as she heads out to her office. He says, feel free to have as many muffins as you want, and she gestures to the tray of muffins.
That's all the ladies.
I'm absolutely gonna take a
Here we go.
muffin.
Well, you bet your ass. Both the LizardFolk are definitely taking muffins.
I will, if not everyone will take a muffin, I will take two.
You can have mine. That's fine.
Nice. I'm taking one for research, and one to eat if it's safe.
For research.
No, literally, I'm taking one to make sure that there's no, like, tracking or anything in it, and then the other one I'm going to eat after I've ripped into the first one.
They're half cinnamon muffins, cinnamon sugar,
Ooh.
and they're half beet muffins.
Ooh, interesting. Probably super bloody red. Okay. It is 9:08. Do we want to take a moment to take a break?
Let's do that. I think that's a good
If that's okay, just because, like, I think next is big talk, right? We're going towards going towards
figure out
your
what we're
your
doing.
rules and
half an
regulations
hour.
chat.
Okay.
Yes.
No,
Oh,
next
no.
is the Queen's speech.
Is it? I thought we had rules
Yeah.
and regulations before then.
That's sometime between 8 and
We'll do
11.
that.
So that can
Oh,
come
8 and
after.
11, so that can be right
Queen's
after.
speech
Oh,
is
God.
specifically an 8.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we do have to decide what we're doing there. That'll be fun. Okay, well,
Anyway, so
I'm
we'll go
glad
on
that
break.
we left.
what?
Yes.
All
I
right.
just wanted to say, and I'm surprised Rob didn't pick up on this. I'm glad Fontiev didn't try to lobby for a dog park named after him or something.
Oh, damn it! I knew I should have done something.
That would have been. I
I got really distracted from making the Underbucks logo. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
That is
no.
legitimately what I'm doing right now.
That's awesome.
That's
So,
cool, though.
That
That's
is
cool. I
definitely
exciting.
share that.
appreciate
I'll share it with everyone who's watching.
that's what he'll advocate for next. Don't worry.
Underbucks.
So we're gonna take a quick break. We are on the break screen. Feel free to say hi, chat. I can be a little more paying attention to all of y'all now that we are out of character. Yeah, so it's break time.
We can figure out what the heck we're gonna do.
That's gonna be interesting. Well, we are here now. We did it. We're back.
Okay. I added a
Shall
few
we-
more things to the map.
Thanks. Shall we place ourselves outside of Lady Oleana's residence?
There are so many things on the map. Yeah. Yeah.
didn't-
Feel free to grab us.
Oh, Putt Putt. I hadn't zoomed out. That's why I missed Putt Putt.
Sorry, just the quiet. Oh, putt putt. So good.
Honestly, can we make the Tarrasques minifig just
Tarrasques is putt putt now.
No, I don't want to kill Putt Putt.
Yeah, I know. Putt putt's too good.
I
to
mean,
be
I don't want to be
alive.
destroyed by Putt Putt. Because really, that's what's going to happen. you know?
Yeah, that's probably fair. Okay, regardless of who putt putt is, he can just chill. He could vibe. What the heck are we doing?
I don't know. I'm just putting us outside so we are, like, on the record, not hanging out in her residence.
Right,
that's
that's
okay with
probably
everyone.
a
Yeah.
very good idea.
Okay.
So
I
we
need.
yeah, go ahead.
We're very casually, very quietly going to the Temple of Lolth, standing outside for the speech. No, that's next on the docket.
Are we
We're-
for sure standing outside for the speech, or did we want to see if we could set something up where we can see what's going on underneath, just in case?
We should probably send some kind of, like, spy or something.
If only we didn't murder the only spy we knew. Just
Yeah, he
like
wasn't
murder.
helping.
I mean,
They
he wasn't gonna help us anyway, but like we murdered him
They-
in cold blood.
They do know he's dead, don't they?
They're
Okay, well,
well, here's the thing. We don't know if they know he's dead.
They don't know that we
Yeah,
know
but
that,
they,
that they
like,
know that
maybe-
he's dead.
But like
but they, like, maybe know that he's
they
dead.
might know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I don't know if it would have gone this long without like especially their spy. We don't know if they know.
Eh, Hold on. I have to check the
I'm
things
pretty sure you
that
guys
I have.
did tell Lily that you thought Mildred was a spy or something.
We
like that.
did tell that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe it was the wrong thing. That's fine.
And
Okay,
then
hold on.
something
I
about
can do
What's his face?
blah blah blah.
Big
Last up to 1
tornado.
hour.
Yes.
Okay. So before we get to the crowd, I will use my shadow rod to create a duplicate of myself.
Did I
Wait.
specify if it works with disguises?
I was just about to ask, can she do the things that I can do? Or not?
I think she can do the things that you can naturally do, but it's
Okay.
not like I have to go look it up. But it's not gonna be like it's not like simulacrum.
No, that completely makes sense. I would not expect that it's like simulacrum. That would just be way overpowered. But no, thank you for clarifying. And I have used it before in character, but we never talked about what she looks like specifically. So,
But she can do the things that you can naturally do.
okay. Also, it says it's an illusion slash. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because she
Conjuration,
can
yeah.
do what I can do. Yes. So I'm gonna do that, and then she's gonna
She would
change
look
her
like everyone
appearance.
else.
Yeah, I'm gonna make her look like a commoner, drow commoner who looks like other
Okay.
people.
So it
Okay.
poofs and then it looks like Maggie, and then it changes and it looks like a drow commoner.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she's gonna go on a little adventure to try to get to the sewers of the Temple of Lolth. I have her for an hour, and if I focus, I can look through her eyes.
Yes, if you're concentrating on it. Yeah.
Yes, I can experience what she does. But it makes concentrating difficult. So I'm gonna let her go and do that, and I will be, just focusing on that and hoping that the people around me are on the lookout.
Do you mind if I use the Maggie figure to represent her?
No, go for it. You can be like Shadow Maggie or something.
That's kind of rather dark, but okay.
I don't
Alright,
know.
so
Well,
let's
we
find
had
another place.
shadow versions of ourselves anyway.
Okay, so she starts wandering around the sewers.
Yeah.
This
And
will take a little bit of effort and time.
Trying to be like not super obvious, she's pretending to be me.
Okay.
I'm controlling her.
Okay, so that'll take a little bit for that to happen. What else is happening while that's happening?
I'm going to use my body of non-detected body to sort of block the way and like make sure that no one's looking at Maggie in any specific way and obstruct.
No one's ogling Maggie.
Yes.
Okay, so are you guys trying to be in the crowd here?
Where are you sending your buddy, Maggie?
She's gonna try to go to the sewers under the temple, to where we're supposed to go.
Would it have been smarter to swap us if this is clearly a trap?
I'm not going, it's just to fake me.
Oh, is this not a person?
It is
It's
so
a
my
fake
shadow.
It's a spell.
Yeah, my shadow rod allows me
perfect.
to create a realistic duplicate of myself.
Perfect. I was very confused as to what was going on.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No,
Everything's
it
fine.
only has. It's not a regular spell. It only has 10 HP, 1 HP. Can only do things like that a commoner would do, I guess, except for
Right,
racial
that's
traits,
fine.
'cause it's like those duplicates we fought, but like the basic version.
Yes.
The commoner version.
Yes, that's fine. I was just wondering because I didn't want to send a person to their death just in case it was a trap.
Oh, I appreciate that.
But then we're good.
Okay, so while that's happening, that'll take a little time for her to wander around there and find what she's looking for. What is other people doing?
I'm actually going to ask before Maggie does that. Can you make a disguise for me with magic? Since I'm not detected, people can't see anything. Can you make sort of a black cloak? And I'm going to whisper to Maggie the exact description of what I want the face to look like when I'm there. And the face is going to look very, not just drow-like, but like a certain arachnid being.
Oh,
If you catch my drift.
I do indeed. Yes.
I
Yep.
don't catch the drift, but I'm intrigued.
I'ma smile a little bit and do the thing. Yeah.
So this is part of the seeming spell, just to be clear.
Correct.
Yes, I am
Yeah.
using my malleable illusions ability to adjust the seeming around
You
Yllaxis.
got a lot of mileage out of that.
But
That's
you-
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
She also used
once you
non-
get seeming, it's great.
Also, like, how else were
Yes.
we gonna do anything around here? So,
Well, you could just
This
be
is-
honest.
We would.
This is the point of the illusion
Impossible.
wizard.
Yeah.
we also
Basically.
like can't
the
be
whole point
honest
of
in
my
a town
character.
that everyone else is not honest in. I'm not being honest if they're not being honest.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Right? I'm never honest. But
Maggie's
again,
like,
yeah,
honest me,
The-
never.
whole point of the illusion wizard is this.
And because Maggie was so nice to put non-detection on me, people can't see that this is an illusion.
Well, they
Oh
might
well,
see
through
the
divination.
goggles.
means,
Are you
you're
sitting
right.
on Altier?
Well,
Can you tell me again what it looks like?
Yes, I'm currently wearing a black cloak and I'm covered up right now, but underneath, what you see is the face that all of them recognize. One that crawls in their dreams, that they kneel and curtsy to, that they throw the devotion to, the Queen of Spiders herself, Lolth.
Okay.
if you stand
Well,
on
there's a
Yllaxis,
couple avatars. The most obvious one is the Drider one, but it's like a regular one too.
You could just sit on if you're wearing a cloak, you could just sit on Altier.
I was going to say, if you sit on Altier, I can also adjust Altier and
Yeah,
just
make you one
make
big
it
spider.
look. Your
That's what I
legs
was
are
thinking.
now
Just
spider
if you want to
legs,
look
and
like
then-
like a Drider, yeah, you can add a pair of like pincers or legs in front.
yeah.
I think that's a
Yes.
great idea.
So
So I'm now on Altier.
yeah. So on Altier, and then who's already a spider. So I'm just tweaking the illusion a little bit, but the cloak is hiding it where they kind of come together, or it's meant to look like they come together until the moment of reveal. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you guys are you gonna mill in the crowd? Or are you gonna be in the edge of the crowd?
I think the edge is probably wise.
I would agree with
Oh,
that.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, like the outskirt area. I think. Actual Drider. I'm assuming. Do we want Lord Thanor and Torok to kind of hang out not with us because Torok is just a lizard
Yeah.
folk?
I don't think
I
they
don't
should
think
be
they
with
should.
us.
I think they should at least just be hanging out somewhere else, like not here. Just go stand somewhere that is not here. Because this is danger zone, I think.
Okay, they can go stand elsewhere.
In an alley, be hidden, be quiet, be nondescript.
Okay, so it's clear that the queen isn't here yet. But there's like a warm up band, you know, trying to get the crowd in the mood. There's banners. There's signs saying "Make Temple great again."
Do you want
Yeah.
us to
Oh,
like
no.
intersperse
Too soon.
ourselves around here? Like the outskirts? Do you want
If
us
that's
to?
what you're doing, yeah.
I would like to at least. While we're here,
Is it safe to stand inside though?
I don't know. I am gonna like. Well, I don't want to like lean
Kiff
on the
is,
pilasters.
Yeah, Kiff
The
is just
pilasters.
gonna stand here by the pillar, just munching on a muffin.
Okay. As we're kind of. Oh, I picked up Kiff by accident.
It's fine.
If we're just kind of hanging out here, I'd like to like listen. For the like, I'd like to listen to hear what people are kind of talking about, because usually like that is the case. They're kind of hush hush, chit chatting. You know what I mean? Usually
Okay.
people are bustling with excitement.
There's plenty of people who haven't attended.
Hmm.
I should say. People who are just going about their business. People who are here saying, "Oh, I think she's gonna announce something big." People are just guessing. If there's somebody to say, "Oh, we're gonna purge all those foreigners." You know, saying, "Oh, I heard there was someone up in the government, someone in the church who was a spy for some foreigner trying to conquer us." And people are whispering about that. Some people are saying I heard she's gonna get rid of that her nephew Alphonse. It's ridiculous for a male to be in charge of the Queen's Guard. People are whispering rumors. They're saying, the Queen's just. Some people are saying, don't you think she's been a little strange lately? Other people are saying, nah, she's getting real. She's doing real talk.
Okay, if I'm just hearing generic rumors, that's fine. I also would like to take a look at the ground here, because we know that magic circles or magic areas need to be outlined. I want to make sure that there is, like, is there, like, a distinct line or something, you know what I mean?
Roll investigation.
I would love to do so. Just a hot second to go get my dice. My dice that are all the way over here. Wow. Alright, let's see. Oh, great. Oh man, extra not great. Looks like a 9, but it's actually a 6. It's only a 7. Not great.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
You don't see any magic circle.
I don't see any, like, lines on the ground.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, Shadow Maggie, who Maggie is very much concentrating on, encounters a couple of beady red eyes in the darkness that say, give us your money in undertone. Or we'll shoot you.
Can she talk?
She can
Man
talk.
can't save you now.
If you concentrate. But basically, you can't, like, be two people at once. Like, you're gonna be being her if you concentrate.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. She'll turn out her, like, fake
I'm pretty
pocket.
sure it's goblins, but they are kind of hiding in the dark.
Yeah, she'll, like, turn out her, pockets that were summoned with shadow magic and be like, I honestly have nothing, replying in Undercommon because I do speak that.
Okay, so the goblins are gonna come over and they're gonna hesitate, but then they're gonna come over and they're gonna kind of pat you down looking for money.
Feel free to pat me down. Also, I may or may not be meeting with the princess later, so when I come back, I can definitely bring you nice things if she gives them to me, but I can't get them unless I keep going, so.
Nice things. They look at each other. I say, oh, we do this. We go with you. We go with you. We'll hide. Do you object to this?
Well, if you're very good at hiding, then of course you can come with me. But, she's very particular, and we don't want her to, get suspicious. So if you want to follow from a safe distance, I'm totally fine with that. Not a problem.
Okay.
I don't mean to trespass in your space.
Okay. They agree. They say, we hide.
Cool.
One of them said, you hear one of them whisper, me shoot princess. Get rings, gold.
If you do that, immediate reward, but not really good for you in the long run, because then the guards will probably come after you. It's better to take small things over time. That way they don't suspect that they're missing. Just a lesson in thievery, if you were interested.
They look a little confused or dismayed, and they kind of gesture with their shirt, but they just say, go.
Thank you.
So Maggie's gonna go wandering around. Okay, so what are other people doing now?
I think we're all just kind of waiting, unless there's something that someone in particular really wants to do, right?
Okay.
I'm just... real Maggie is, like, holding on to Dromik.
Yeah, that's totally
because-
fine. I'm gonna have her hang out
Yeah.
with me. I'll
Thanks.
usher. That's fine with me.
If it's just calmly eating a muffin, just taking a peek around, trying to make sure that, we're not being watched or anything.
Okay. Kiff's not being watched or anything. Okay. So, what a woman who describes herself as a high priestess Chantarelle appears. You also see Mildred, the cleric, there. and she talks about how there's going to be great changes. We're gonna move our society so much closer to our goddess, and you're just gonna wake up and you're gonna feel like a spider right when you wake up in the morning, and it's gonna be great. And then she's gonna have it over the crowd. You don't quite see the queen yet. At the point when Maggie sees Lily, that's when the queen comes on the stage. When Shadow Maggie sees Lily.
Question for you. Do any of the people on the stage seem to be wearing those goggles?
Goggles. Can you tell me one more time what the goggle is? I'm not sure.
True sight goggles? You said that like a bunch of people had them.
When we were walking around yesterday, they were handing them out because they're like, some illusion is afoot. Wear these and then spot the somethings.
Yeah, I think that was like specifically, yeah.
Yes. So that I'm not sure how close you're gonna get to the stage.
About where I am.
I mean, you could also ask me.
Okay, so that's not going to be easy to see that unless you're like on an Eagle Barbarian.
Why don't you just come ask me?
Dromik.
Yeah.
Are they wearing goggles?
Yeah, I can take a look at that. I have a pretty good perception. I have a nat 20 as my passive.
Okay, so you can see that there is one wizardy looking guy sitting in the back who is wearing those goggles.
Okay.
A guy? Whoa.
Yeah.
Progressive.
Yeah, I think that's the guy that they were mentioning before. Her nephew? Question mark. Alfred? Alphonse? Alfred?
Al.
Yes,
That's fine. Al. But yeah, he.
That's Al from Putt Putt, so he has an Australian accent.
It's Australian Al. Get him. Yeah, he seems to have a pair.
There's also a fair number of like guards and stuff around. I'm not sure if I want to put an exact number on it.
There's a handful of guards. Yeah.
He's the only one who seems to have true sight goggles.
That's good to know.
Yeah, there's like I'll just grab a few from somewhere. Okay, so at the point when Maggie sees Lily the princess, that's when the queen comes on stage and people start to cheer. So let's put a couple of these around. Okay, so let's do the Maggie clone part first. The goblins are hiding over here. Where is the princess? You see someone who looks like Lily. She's wearing plain clothes, kind of like your commoner clothes, standing at a little archway in a narrow hall. And she looks around, and she kind of looks at you, but then she looks away and looks at the other tunnels and areas.
Question.
You can hear the goblins mumbling behind you, and they're sitting on a trash pile.
Okay. Can you refresh my memory on the Binti radius of no magic?
Well, Maggie would remember that it's about 20 to 25 feet.
Okay. Am I within 20 to 25 feet now? Looks like
I'm not the other
25.
guy fucks up that somehow, but like, yeah, this isn't right. But you're within 4 squares. Right. You're at the edge of 4 squares.
Okay, and Clone Maggie still exists.
Clone Maggie has 30 minutes of life left. I should update all the times. We have like a clone Maggie clock.
Okay.
It's like 8:15 now.
Okay. Hello. Are you waiting for someone by chance?
Lily looks around. You can hear like the muffled music and the amplified speech using this telephometry from upstairs. She says, "Oh, just a friend."
I believe I'm here on behalf of the friend. I think they said you had a little ochre something.
She looks at you and she says, "Well, which friend?" I need to prove you're the real one. I have to be very careful. This is a very important thing.
Can I insight check her through this thing?
He says, I can prove who I am, too.
By all means, if you can, that would be much appreciated.
Since you are focusing on the spell, it'll be a disadvantage insight.
Well, I'm not focusing on the spell. I thought it's like I'm seeing through her eyes, so I can't necessarily do things in my own body.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It can be a regular roll.
Oh wait, I almost rolled 2 dice anyway. I'm scared. Which dice to roll?
Hate that. I always choose the one with the lower number.
17. I know, but last time I did that and it didn't go well. So 17.
There.
You're trying to see if she's being suspicious or something.
Don't
It seems
be
like she's trying to
suspicious.
make sure that it's really Maggie.
Yeah, I want to see if she seems like she did yesterday. Same kind of not
She
too
She
bright.
seems mostly dressed in plain clothes. She doesn't seem to notice the goblins. She sees you. She seems like she is hopeful. She wants to make sure it's Maggie.
Okay. You said you're able to prove who you are?
She says, you first. She says, I'm someone kind of important, so you should go first.
Fine, I suppose. Oh my god. Sorry, there's thunder outside.
I just heard it too.
Oh yeah, it's real thundery.
I think it passed over us. It's
I'm-
on you now.
I'm here on behalf of friends that you spoke to yesterday evening in a certain clothing shop. And then in a bit of a theatrical whisper, like we're having an inside, conversation. I'm just like, just in case there are prying ears, Can't be too specific.
She said, well, we're all alone here. She's why are you standing so far away? I chose this place because it was really away from everything.
Indeed. I mean, you are well acquainted with the city, and I'm not as much, but sure, I'll take a few steps closer. And fake Maggie still exists?
Yep, it still exists.
By the way, everyone, you're welcome.
Amazing. I love it.
It's so
Lily says,
good.
"Over
I'm
yourself."
gonna get a thing up.
It is really good. It reminds me, of Calcifer.
Yes, it's so good.
Yeah.
He says, so you're Maggie, right? Maggie the witch, the famous witch from the surface who conquered the city of Carthon. And she looks quite excited.
I may have something to do with her group, but I am definitely not Maggie herself. And I don't
Lily
know
looks disappointed
what's
when you say
behind
that.
you. What?
Lily looks disappointed when you say that. He says,
I
I wanted to really meet Maggie. I want to tell my friends I really met her.
Well, I will be sure to tell the person that I know, to tell the person that they know, to give her your regards if they see them, but
She bites your lip a little bit. She says, I have to see Maggie. I'm sorry. Wait, I want to meet Maggie. And then she backs up into that little hallway.
My dear, are you quite all right?
She says, oh, I feel great.
And I'll walk up. I want to see if there's anything behind her in the hallway.
Okay, the hallway it's a dark hallway. I'm not sure how much dark vision you have. Dark stones. Lily looks clearly uncomfortable. She's wearing commoner clothes, but they're all very new commoner clothes, and she's trying not to step in too much of the sludge. So So there's like slimy stones, it's dark, no light source. You hear the
She
goblins
doesn't-
whispering.
And she doesn't have a bag with her.
She does not. She just has normal clothes. She doesn't have any kind of bag or weapon or anything.
Yeah.
But she is holding. She seems like she's holding something in her hand.
Can I see what it is? Can I try to see what it is?
She's covering something in her right hand with her left hand.
Sorry to keep going back. How big did you say Binti was?
He's 6 inches long,
6 inches.
including his tail, and I guess
Ah.
about like 1 or 2 wide. He's a chubby little lizard.
Binti is such a
Okay.
mood. I love him so much. I love Binti.
So meanwhile, up above, while all that's happening, there's people are saying, it's my pleasure to introduce the woman, excuse me, not the woman, the elf we all love, Queen Madara. And she says, "Oh, it's really great. It's great to be here." So you guys are so great. You're so lovely. She says, "I dreamed about this. I dreamed about how beautiful our city is." And she says, "Oh, and have you met the Driders? Please go, hug the Driders. Praise them. They're so good. They're blessed by our queen." And so the queen is just kind of ranting. She looks kind of senile. She can't ever make a complete sentence, and she keeps wandering around the stage and changing the subject to completely random
I'm
topics.
sorry, did the queen just refer to herself in the third person?
Yes.
It's yes.
That confused me for a second, but that's what I got to.
The royal we.
And she starts.
That sounds about as crazy as she is.
Is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about loyalty. We're going to go to trust because when you're the queen, when you're an elf, when you love spiders, you don't tolerate any doubters, any weird people. Is that right? And people are cheering. Yeah. You're seeing
Can I insight check all of this business? I just want to get a base reading on this queen. How crazy is she, or is she pretending to be so? I need to know.
Okay. I am not the greatest actor.
No, that's fine.
But what is your passive insight?
My passive insight, 10 plus insight, is also 20. Yeah, it's 20.
She seems just kind of crazy.
Just like generically
she's
kind of
ranting
scatterbrained and insane.
Yeah, and she's ranting a lot about how she needs people to be loyal, and she hates when people aren't loyal and don't do what she wants.
Okay, so
And
she is
wondering how to
honest
say-
in what she's saying. She just is definitely a little loopy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just gonna like glance over at like Kiff and be like, "Whoa, boy."
And she says, when we made that rule, when we said the men have to stay at home, crime went down 1,000%. It went down, and everybody was happier, and everybody loved it. It was great, and it was such a great choice, And then and just keeps going on and on. And then people are kind of like, yeah.
Griff will send a message to Dromik, and it will say something along the lines of, "If this is who we have to do the job for, then this should be easy."
What do you mean job for? This is the person Maggie's
Not
fighting against.
for. I said that. I mean, I didn't want to say that in
If
character,
this is the
but, like,
person that
the person
Maggie's
we're trying
fighting
to
against.
discredit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Discredit being the key word here.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Kiff and kind of nod a little bit. Sorry, feel free to continue.
Just wondering if you, okay, I guess you would know that. All right, so back in the sewer, what is happening there?
Well, Lily, if you are truly who you say you are, I believe you were to bring something, or you were in possession of something that was negating magic. I happen to have a particular object on my possession that would cease to work if that were the case. So you can see why I would be a little confused and find it a little difficult to trust you, since that object seems to be intact.
No, it's
Yes.
and then she cuts it and she says no, It's okay. It's fine. I'll just meet Maggie. She says it'll be fine. I'm not in a rush. And then she smiles again. It does a little bit of a performative smile.
Suspicious? You're suspicious.
Yeah.
It's just two suspicious people in a sewer. Watched by two suspicious guys.
Listen. It's just all suspicious all the way down.
It seems like you don't have full confidence in what you're doing.
She's. I'm just waiting for Maggie. It's okay. I'm just waiting for Maggie. And she glances behind herself, and then glances at you.
Yeah, can I try to look down the hall? I know it's
Roll
quite
for
dark.
It is dark, so this will be disadvantage of perception due to
That
dark.
makes sense. Okay.
If you roll good, you will get some good information.
Yeah, well.
Just roll good, that's all.
Oh,
No.
So that is 1 natural 20 and a 9.
No, that's the
Yeah.
worst. I hate
Yeah.
that. With disadvantage, you roll a 20. Oh no.
Yeah, it's fine.
My
you
heart
know,
hurts for you.
That's what happens. We can't do it all. So,
It's you see darkness.
yeah. You know, for a second I was like, and I was like, no.
At least it's good to know that it's still dark.
Lily is actually starting to sound nervous now. She says, "Are we alone? It seems like I almost hear something in this. Some weird creatures sometimes in the sewer. I don't know.
My dear, are you quite alright? You seem quite unwell.
Because I don't like being in the sewer. I just wanted to meet Maggie. I thought it would be cool, like an adventure. But I don't.
Well, it is definitely cool. Perhaps next time try somewhere a little outside of the city. Less scary
Get
that
away
way.
from my mom. She says she always keeps me around all the time. She's really a smother mother.
Indeed. Well, I suppose I can try to talk to someone who might be able to talk to someone who might be able to talk to someone about this, but
He says,
Well,
"Can you please tell Maggie to come quick? I don't like waiting down here."
I'm afraid I don't know if I can do that. I don't think you're being completely honest with me. Well,
Okay, well she says, "Well, if you're not Maggie, then I guess I can go." She's I think there's something in that garbage pile over there. She says, "Have a nice day," and then she's gonna start walking.
imagine that. Well, goodbye. And I will start walking away. And then I'd like to whisper in Undercommon to the goblins before they come out and be like, before they go out.
They start scampering out, but okay, they'll stop and listen.
I'm just gonna like do a little short whistle and be like, if you wouldn't mind following her, she seems very suspicious, but don't hurt her, because then the queen will be enraged, and you know how unstable she is already.
Queen. They look at each other and they just cackle. And then they're gonna turn and they're not gonna wait for whispers. They're gonna scamper off in this direction.
Sure. Sure thing. I will. You know what? It's just a clone. Is gonna try to follow
Okay. All right.
stealthily, if possible.
All right. Well,
And
stealth.
be-
Right,
Okay.
I was about to say, right, she's
doing
just
what-
a clone. Just
Yeah.
go for it. Why the hell not? Tell her you're
I
Maggie.
know. I was like,
Be
wait
like,
a second.
she's a clone. Who cares? If she tries to kill you, then we know it's a trap. Just be like,
Right.
sure, I'm Maggie. I lied.
I'm more worried about the
if you
person
walk-
in the hallway behind.
Right, but
anyway.
then again, if you're just like, yeah, I'm Maggie, and a bunch of things come out and they kill you, it's like, okay, well, it was a trap for sure.
Yeah. Indeed.
If you walk past Binti too, you'll know. Like, that's the thing. Like, you just
Right, if you
you'll know.
poof,
Well,
yeah.
that's the whole thing. I walked right up to her and nothing happened, which is
I know she doesn't have it, but
Or
who
right,
knows
she does
where it
definitely
goes.
doesn't
Maybe
have
it
it.
doesn't.
that is
Yeah.
indeed true. Okay,
Okay,
so
what was your stealth roll?
So I rolled a natural 19. Because this is commoner version, I don't know if I add any proficiency or not.
That's fine. But the goblins, I think, they have better dark vision than you do. Anyway.
They do. But,
So
you know.
they scamper after. You hear them say, "Give us all your treasures," and you hear Lily scream, and then you hear them shoot once, and then you hear goblins cackling.
Can I go up to them?
Yeah, they kind of knocked her down, and they're both trying to pull a ring off of her finger. And she says, "Help! Help! Someone help!" And they've shot her in the shoulder.
Don't
this
worry,
evil-
I, Super Maggie, will come to
Very
aid.
speared arrow.
Oh boy. Come now. There's in Undercon. I'd be like, there's no need for that. I mean,
They
does
don't
that
seem to listen to you?
just give them the ring? Unless it's
The
important.
goblins pull off the ring. Lily does not put up much of a fight.
Yeah.
The goblins take it, and then they just scamper off into the darkness. And Lily just kind of sits there in the sledge and just cries.
I'm gonna crouch down, like pat her on the shoulder, and be like, "My dear, you were very brave."
And then you lean in, you're just like, Lannister, send the regards, and then
Maggie
stab.
tricked me. Maggie sent me to be right.
She
And starts crying.
really? Do you think that she would be allied with goblins in a sewer? My dear, you do try very hard, though. Perhaps your choice of location was a bit thoughtless.
Lily cries. She says, "I just wanted to meet Maggie."
Let's be very honest with each other. I know you don't have the small creature. Do you know where it is? And perhaps
She
if
says, "I
you
just
tell
want to
me,
talk to Maggie," and she gets up and she just is just hobbling.
if you help
Hobbling
me,
back
I
this
can
way.
get you help and I can take you to Maggie.
She says, "I can't take the lizard to Maggie because it has to be in a safe place." And she's hobbling away, dripping blood slowly.
So, so then why did you tell her to meet you here if, with the creature? Also, are you sure you're going the right way? I feel like you need some help.
She says, "Can't talk to strangers, just want to talk to Maggie." She says, "Mom's gonna be so worried." And she's
Okay.
eventually...
Okay, fine, I'm Maggie. I admit it. You got me. I was trying to be very stealthy. Clearly it didn't work. Will you talk to me now?
Okay. So while that's happening, what are people doing over at the rally here?
Waiting.
You're just waiting?
Watching.
Okay.
Yeah,
Waiting.
yeah.
Okay, so-
I think we're just kind of seeing what happens.
Kiff is slightly concerned about Operation Benji by this point.
Okay.
You've probably heard real Maggie just like huff in exasperation.
Right,
like, she doesn't
right.
have
Just
Minty.
sighing in
Something
frustration.
very wrong with her.
Yeah, if you're saying something, if you like hint that, I will probably just I'm gonna stay close to Maggie. I don't want, like, if it's time for us to go to the sewers, we're going to the sewers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to get in anybody's way right now.
Okay, so anyway, the Queen is saying, "Please welcome to the stage, General Tanya." And she's had a great career, everybody. She's a wonderful career. She's fought the lizards and stuff, and she did a funny thing. She decided something funny. She says she doesn't think we need to fight the lizards. And you know what happened this morning? The fucking lizards shot an innocent little baby child, and that just wasn't good, people. That just wasn't good. And she says, and Tanya's trying to say something. She says, and Queen Ara says, "But we love Tanya. We love her. Don't we love you, Tanya? Aren't you perfect? Aren't you great? We love you, right?"
The impression is spot on, I must say.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And Queen Ara says, she pats her on the shoulder. She says, "We have a great career. You've done a great job. You're a great whatever." And my nephew. He says, "Everybody say hello to my nephew." Alphonse is going to be our new General Alphonse, and people are I'm sure, because Alphonse looks slightly nervous himself too. And Queen Mara says, "General Tanya's had a great career. She's going to retire. She's going to retire right now. In fact, if I do say so, I just heard that, and I'm always right." And
I would like to say, like, I want to just kind of, like, I'm not going far, but, like, lean up on the side here and just say, like, They're appointing a man as the general. I just kind of want to say it loud enough to see what people are saying. I want to see how pissed off people are.
They're unsure. They
As
don't
a
know.
drider, I'm groaning at it.
Yeah,
Groaning.
you're like, yeah. Upset.
Very upset. That offends my culture. Men.
Men offend my culture. Me too.
Yeah.
Big mood. That is the biggest mood of today. Men offend my culture. But yes,
It's
I
pretty
just want to be able to like see, is everyone just like truly just unsure as to what's going on because they like the queen but now they're confused?
They're hesitating a little bit.
I'm just
They're
gonna
hesitating. He was saying the queen. It's kind of after a while she notices it. And she says, "I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, men are weak, and it's true. It's true. They can be weak, but Alphonse, he has that gentle, manly touch. He has his soft little voice and his thin little legs, and he has the gentle touch. But he's he's a monster. He'll fight the lizards. He'll fight the foreigners. He'll kill some gnomes. He's a fierce. He's got the heart of a spider. Isn't that great, everyone? And he's got my blood, which is so important. Isn't that great, everyone?" And there's like some muted, moderate cheering.
Okay, they're kind of like, sure.
And General Tanya is about to say something, and the queen goes over to her and says, "Okay, Tanya, it's been great. It's been great. We're gonna send you home. We've loved all your service. We're gonna make a statue for you. Isn't that right? We're gonna make a statue for you." He says, "Call it, please." She gestures, and then these two.
Let's give it up for Tanya.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna come and escort her.
I'm
Tanya
just
looks
like,
pretty surprised by this, and then the queen says, "We're gonna talk about this council thing. The council. The people say a queen needs advisors. A queen needs help. But do I need help? Do I look like I need help?" And the people are really cheering.
I
They're cheering.
think she needs help. Just saying.
our
back
answer is
back
yes.
to the sewer. Back to the sewers. So Lily does not have a lot of hit points. So
Yeah.
she's stumbling towards something that looks like a stairs leading up to a door that's open.
Okay.
And she kind of collapses on the stairs and looks woozy, and she's trying to pull this crudely crafted wooden stake type arrow thing out.
Didn't she
for
just
her.
admit she was Maggie? Or
No,
whatever?
dear, you can't pull it out. You'll bleed out very quickly. Also, I did just say I'm Maggie, so
Okay.
yes. I don't know where fake Maggie went. Oh, there she is.
Okay.
I can move her on.
So you said you're real Maggie, and she says, show me, and she looks like she's about to faint.
Show you what? My dear, please go get yourself some help. You're bleeding out.
It's the one Maggie, help me. The real Maggie, because she's gonna help me. She's
Yes.
gonna help me,
All right.
And she's rapidly losing consciousness.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think we need to stick around this stupid speech. I think we can at this point.
Yeah.
It's exactly
Can-
what we thought
can-
was going to happen.
Can real Maggie say out loud, like, "Oh my God, this idiot princess is going. She's bleeding out on the steps somewhere. I'm trying to get her to the surface."
If
And then-
Kiff messages Maggie and says, "Get me a location."
Yes. So back to Maggie Clone, who probably only has a few minutes left. I'm going to try to help her up the stairs to the surface, so I can at least give some kind of identifier where she is. Oh, thanks. Okay. Can I see where we are?
You're muted, by the way,
Everyone
Charles.
muted?
Yeah. I was muted because when Foon and I talk, it just echoes forever.
Yeah.
It's like slanted over. So what area will this be? Looking at the map, I think this will be like a little public bathroom near the lake. Yeah.
Okay. And Clone Maggie can see the lake. That it is a lake.
Clone
Look
Maggie
at-
can see, yes, she can see that. There's like a
Okay.
little public bathroom building and then there's the lake.
What happened to the city map?
Yeah, I
It's
was looking
around
for
somewhere.
it. Can't find it. Anyway,
Oh, mine to the city map.
I will shift focus from clone Maggie to real Maggie. Say she's by the lake, but also something is definitely very suspicious and it's probably a trap. But we don't want her to bleed out, so
If
Okay.
will he will immediately cast his guiding hand, and he will think to it, public bathroom by Lake Fishmere. And the moment the hand points the way, Kiff will turn to the party, not even say a word, and start going.
Okay.
well, with
So when you left, the queen had started talking about loyalty in the church and the temple.
last thing before clone Maggie disappears, can she try to like stabilize or staunch the bleeding until everyone gets there?
I already said she disappeared, so I'm going to say no.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Okay.
And
So-
just one question, Charles. I'm sorry. Did Willie make it to the surface at all?
He seemed to get just barely to the surface of these steps, where the door sealing the steps had been opened
Gotcha. Okay.
by her or someone else. Okay, so you guys are gonna run over there, right?
I think Kiff is definitely like excuse me,
I am
I think
on the
Kiff is
way.
far ahead of us.
I have the boots of running. I am sprinting to try to get to this girl, and yeah, see what we can do.
And we are falling behind probably as quickly as we can. You and Fontiev are the two who would make it there first, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear the queen, just like, because it is amplified with magic, you hear her talking about the priestess Chanterelle and the priestess Mildred. And as you're running away, she says something like, I'm sorry, I've just been informed that there's something about my daughter. And, but Kiff is a lot faster than everyone else in this situation. So Kiff's definitely going to get there first. Okay? So Kiff is going to top speed. I assume you're going right over to the spot. Is anyone else as fast as Kiff?
Fontiev, maybe?
Fontiev is. Actually, I think Fontiev
If
might
he's
be
on the
faster.
broom.
Yeah, if he's on the
Yeah.
broom,
He
he's
also 50 if
equally
he's on the
fast.
broom, but if he's on the broom, it's a dead giveaway.
Right, yeah, but if you're on the broom, it's a dead giveaway, so it depends on what you're trying to do here.
Up to what he would do.
So yeah, Kiff, at least, he gets there. He immediately sees a few shady-looking characters and a couple driders coming out of the sewers, and just as quickly as he is, rushing towards unconscious Lily. I'm not sure where the Kiff figure is, but yeah, that's what he sees. And he gets there pretty much just as they are getting there as well. And
Quick
they look
question.
at him and surprised.
Okay, so
Does
for
Kiff look like a
context,
kobold? Can you remind me?
Kiff has the cloak of invisibility.
I do have the cloak.
Oh.
Yeah, and if I do see Drow approaching her,
Yeah.
as I approach, I will pop into the cloak for sure.
Okay. So Kiff's invisible.
Yes.
So they are gonna just kind of fuss over here. They're gonna cast some healing spells, give her some potions. She wakes up and starts crying.
I just want to state for the record, if we're following that way, that if my appearance was the same as the drow that went down there, I am changing it so I do not look the same as the Maggie clone in the bottom sewer. And I'm doing that physically and illusion. Yeah.
Okay. So is everyone else? So everyone else is rushing over, right? These people are going to take a few minutes to fuss over her.
Yep.
By the time they have, go ahead.
If I'm like 15 feet, if I'm like behind this, building here, 15 feet away, can I hear any of what their conversation may be? I do know Undercommon, so.
They're saying they're actually talking in Elvish,
Oh, okay.
but it sounds like they're giving comforting words, and she's complaining about something, and it's almost it seems as though they are familiar with each other. and then they're gonna kind of help her up. Other people are coming over, right? So I assume other people are coming over who are not invisible, who are just
mean,
disguised.
I think if we're seeing that, I don't think anyone's running over, because that would look suspicious. That's just my
Yeah,
thought.
I agree.
Anyone can speak otherwise, though.
Yeah, I would be following the lead of Maggie and Yllaxis at this point. If they don't think that it's wise to go run over there, I'm not gonna. Because it's
Yeah.
probably not a great idea.
Okay. So it just Kiff's observing now?
That's correct. Yeah, sorry.
So they are going to take her into a side door of the temple, and that'll be that, unless Kiff wants to sneak in there.
You know what? I mean, if Kiff has a little bit of breathing room between that party and him, yeah, he'll try to, at the very least, sneak in to pinpoint what room they take her to.
Okay. Okay. So roll stealth to be quiet. I guess you can have advantage for that. Because you're invisible.
Sorry. That's an 18.
Okay. So they take her into like what looks like kind of like a healing / recovery room. And they're gonna, give her nice things. And Kip can hear what they're saying. What they're saying is, Lily said, "I wasn't even sure, but you were right. Maggie tricked me. They shot me, and there was some strange woman." And they say, "Yeah, we told you she's a bad one. Can't trust her."
We're screwed.
And she says, "I want to see Mom. I want to see Mom." And one of them goes out to get the mom. The speech is transferred over to the priestess Chantel, who introduces the musicians. The mom comes in. Is Kiff still standing and watching all this?
Yeah, you will be, quiet as a mouse, just trying to witness what's going on.
Okay. So she says, "I told you about this Maggie. You have all these plans with her, and you were so good. You tried to do your best. You just want to be queen. I know you're such a pretty darling, but you can't trust Maggie. She's just trying to trick you. She just wants to hurt you." And the lady says, I know. You're right. I'm so glad I told you about the whole thing about the lizard." And she says, "You don't worry about the lizard. They're very, very safe. You can always trust me, Lily. I'm your mother. You can always trust your mother, no matter what." And it's a very heartwarming scene in some ways. Okay, so that's happening. That takes a few minutes. I'll update the time. Let's call that 9:15.
By the way, Matt, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are other people doing?
Waiting.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm on a roll tonight.
Oh, that's great. Matt, you should check journals.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm just gonna look over at like everybody and say like, now what? Now what do we do? Well, you're not there.
If to show up.
You're not there. Dromik is in character, like a little annoyed. At this point, we've ruined our plan to go get Binti, regardless of if it was going to happen or not. We ruined our plan to listen to the meeting. We now have no leads on where Binti possibly could be.
We have really screwed the hooch on this.
Well, why don't we wait until...
I don't think it was us.
What'd you say?
I don't think it was us. I don't think they were ever intending to give us any information whatsoever.
There was no way to convince her otherwise. I mean, the best thing is to not do anything to actually prove identity.
Was she asking you your identity?
Any random person in a sewer could say that they are the person that she keeps asking if they are. they not?
Of course, but
I
I
did no displays of magic.
don't think
Or
it's
nothing.
I understand what you have done, and I understand why. I don't think it's a wise decision to constantly lie to everyone. At this point, truth might have been worth it.
Would it? So everyone down there could have sprang on the fake me? I mean, I suppose. It doesn't really matter. Whatever happened, it was going to happen anyway. Let's wait till Kiff comes back. I assume
So,
I can neither see nor hear him, but
Yeah.
he's not here.
So I see there's 1, 2, 3 doors by me. Are these? Oh, sorry, that's not my tab key. There we go. Are these exits to the temple, or do these flow outside?
Okay, so this is some kind of recovery room. I did not know you guys would be all these different places. Okay, so this is some kind of alleyway. Not really an alley, but this is just, it's just like the path around the lake next to the temple.
Okay.
All the doors seem locked to some degree, like they did lock it when they came in. If you keep waiting, I don't know how long you want to wait. Eventually, the queen's gonna go back out here. These guys are gonna take her into another room. They're all gonna lock the doors.
Basically, what I want to do, I guess, if she's in that room, I would like to, I don't know, if all the doors are locked, I guess I'll try to pick this one.
You are alone. Let's talk about what's in the room.
Yeah.
So there's like some recovery beds. There's medical supplies. There's some spell components. There's a lot of nice golden spider statues.
I mean,
Okay.
while I'm here, I guess I will help myself with some stuff.
You can hear the speech continuing outside. Okay, so what are you taking? You're just ransacking this room?
I'll take some potions and at least one of those gold spider statues.
Okay, there's 2 basic healing potions.
Okay.
1 golden spider statue. There's a jar of cotton balls. There's some rubbing alcohol.
Or is there like forceps and tweezers and whatnot?
Yes, there's forceps and tweezers.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to take the forceps and tweezers. I'm going to, with crude tools, attempt to open this door.
Okay, do you have proficiency in these tools?
No, I do not. Oh, does that mean I can't even attempt it at all?
I think you can still attempt it if you have no idea what you're doing. You can even give yourself a bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah, yeah. So would that be a disadvantage with my bardic?
I don't think it would be disadvantage. I think it would just be no.
No, how it works is it's a straight roll. You don't add your proficiency modifier to it.
Oh,
and
copy
it's
that.
just yeah. Because you aren't proficient.
That would be a 12.
Okay, so just by randomly like jamming it into the lock and the latch, you somehow managed to get the door open enough, and you could leave if you want.
Okay. Before I do that, I would like to come to this side of the room. And knowing that she's in there, I would like to message Lily because I saw her.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, "Where is the lizard?"
Okay, so message. How does this work? They can respond.
Actually, here's what I will say. I will say, "You had no faith. It cost you. Where is the lizard?"
She says, "I tried to find it," and it says it sounds in a sad tone. She says, "I tried to get it for you, Maggie."
One more. But you lied. You said you had it.
I did my best. She says, I just want to be queen.
If we'll send one more, that's not the way you go about such things. And then you will leave.
Okay.
And then, I guess with enough time, Kiff would find his friends and give them all the scoop. She never had the lizard. Her mother knew about our plan to get Binti all along. And yeah. Actually, Kiff is going to be a little bit pissed off. Kiff is going to be pissed off and caffeinated and
Switching.
It's a
and-
great combination.
Yeah, and really eager, and he's going to say, there's forces here now. It can't be that bad. We can go down there and find that alchemy room and get Binti back now, if we move now.
I know that we're all over there. Can you just ping where we are so I can like move people?
Did someone
No,
drag
that's
Kiff back
we
over?
we moved. No one dragged Kiff to you. We moved towards where would we have been? I know where we are, but where should we be in relation to where Kiff is?
I thought that only Kiff wanted to run around. That
No,
was my
we all went to
No.
the area where they were fawning over her, so we should be like here. Oh, I just exploded
So
everyone. I
I
apologize.
think if I remember correctly, what happened is we were approaching, we saw the group of them, and then didn't get close. So I feel like we'd probably have ended
Right,
up
we were
like
chilling
somewhere
out.
around here.
Yeah.
And then while
perfect.
waiting for Kiff, I feel like we
Where
would have
did
walked
everyone
back
just
to
got
the-
deleted?
Oh shit!
I
I was trying to clear the gatehouse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
Undo.
fine.
Rock the game.
Anyway, and then I feel like while we were waiting, the seems like logical thing would have been to stand next to the temple to at least hear the booming voice and not be like
Right.
by a side door, because that's a little
Right.
suspicious.
So I just put everyone here.
Okay, so you would hear the queen
Like a
said she's
awful
very
pile.
suspicious about some people in the temple who might be, foreign spies, but she's not sure yet, and she put a lot of focus on Mildred in particular.
Uh-huh.
These people belong here.
But yeah, anyway, Kiff has said his piece, so.
Alright, I'm putting everyone together.
Now
I do think we need to be closer though.
Closer to
Yeah, sorry, I had pinged here. I don't know if,
I don't know
but
where
if
we
that
were.
doesn't, it's fine. It doesn't.
I just put us
matter.
places.
We're somewhere outside.
I just saw a ping and I put stuff
Yeah.
there. Here you go. There we go. That's good, right?
Much better.
There we go. I just put us places. That's my job. So,
Thank you for moving us.
no, it's totally fine. I have no issue with it at all. Dromik, after hearing that, is kind of gonna seem slightly relieved and just say, we do have to get, well, we maybe don't have to get Binti and Turok back, but it would be best if we got both of them back to the LizardFolk if we do want to keep that as as an open contact, as someone, it's a group that we can trust. They
I mean,
they would be convinced most likely with me just because of my god, but I don't know about everyone else.
If we can have them agree to a stand down, it further invalidates Queen Madara and proves that Tanya was correct, that the lizard folk can be made into allies.
Yes, I agree. I think that is going to help, but it will prove to be difficult if we don't have convincing evidence or friends. I'm unsure. I think that, we're going to do what's best for you. It is still your fight and your, choice. But I do know that the lizard folk, they will, while they might understand me, they may not understand all of you. we've seen Torok.
I mean, at this point, I think it's far less about the duel and more about the fact that this city is in absolute chaos with a senile queen.
Yes,
So-
she did seem quite interesting. She definitely did not have. She needed some serious help.
So you guys are around the corner of the building, right?
I think so, but I think we're like whispering.
So you do see some other citizens walking by, and it's clear that the majority of people would agree with you, and they think it's crazy, and they say, "I can't wait until this old queen kicks the bucket. She's so nuts." The other people kind of walking around.
General queen annoyance.
Yeah, that's the impression that you get both now and previously.
Okay, cool.
So are we going after Bindi? Are we leaving to do the dome thing?
I'm
Or are we doing
wait-
the duel masters?
I think if we go to the
This
dome and
event
don't have
isn't
Binti.
over yet.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Yllaxis.
This event isn't over yet, you know? I came dressed up for a reason.
Fair enough. We can go. I'm happy to go back. As we're kind of going back to the front, I'm just gonna say, very quietly to Maggie, I think if we leave and go to the dome without Binti, we will not be able to go back in, get Binti, then come back out to get the lizardfolk in time.
Makes sense.
It would be in
And
our
I
best
think-
interest if we can get that together today.
I think before we leave, I also need to finish negotiating the duel master business.
Yes, for sure. That is something that needs to be done. We can, hopefully, maybe we can stay with the lizardfolk. If we're able to convince them, they might be hospitable towards us. That's my hope, at least.
I agree.
I think you need to highlight all of them, but why don't we put Altair on your like spot? Yeah, it's really hard. I stacked them all real nice. You gotta like pick. You gotta
It's
highlight
really
all.
silly.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great.
I made a little amalgamation
It looks
of.
like a fantasy clusterfuck.
It's
great.
pretty cool at the
Yeah.
angle that I'm looking at it too. People on Discord can see the Yllaxis Drider. It's pretty magical.
We love to see it.
Okay. So I think we are going to go back to the discussion then. Yes, Yllaxis?
Yes, I would like that.
Let's do it. If someone else wants to take us, I need to do a thing. I need to type. So the meeting's still going on, you said, Charles?
The meeting's still going on, yeah.
My goal is to be sort of in the back and be kind of where I was before. Hey, I got all of us. Look at that.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see Alphonse on the stage.
I think what I'm going to do is, I'd like to be... Is this, like, all open area outside, or are there, like, alleyways and shops and things along the sides of this meeting place?
But it's...
You don't
there-
have to, I'm
there's
just
shops and stuff. I'll double check the map, but there should be some government offices and then some shops.
Okay, are there any, like, alleyway areas, like, say, over here?
Yeah, so it abuts a park on the south side and the market on the south end, east side.
Okay, so this is, like, park over here?
So, like, on the north is the lake.
I don't
On
know
the
which
west-
direction is north.
And yeah, that's
Sorry.
a great. That's a great.
I'm just unsure as to what side is north.
If anyone has a compass, feel free to use it. But
Compass
north,
Rose?
like,
Poon?
I'll grab the compass rose.
so the lake is here, right? This is the lake.
Oh,
So
okay.
then we have government offices over to the left or west,
Yeah, okay.
and then we have marketing stuff towards the south. And and then like a park to the southwest.
Still don't know what direction it is. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because your left and
As
my left
needed.
are different because we can move around the table. It's right here.
So this is going to be administration building. Yep. I'll just
Okay,
continue that
perfect.
details. As soon as I know where you are, I'm just going to continue that details.
Yeah, I would like to just find a spot that is like maybe slightly hidden, but I'd like to be I don't know, somewhat close.
You could hide in the bushes in the park. You could hide between a couple of shops.
You know what?
There's a religious
I know
poster
how
for
nature
religious-
works. I know how nature works. I'm gonna go to the park.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, move me to the park. Where am I? There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go towards. This is the park area. There's like a river and a park area, right? Or am I thinking the wrong way? No, there's the park. No, I don't want to be that far. I want to be like right alongside, is what I'm saying. I don't care about back there. I care about along the sides of this building or this meeting area. So there's a river on one side and what's on this side, like directly. I want to be within a earshot of this whole thing.
There's just shops and stuff on the south.
Okay,
side.
cool. Yeah, I just want to find an alleyway between two shops and see if
You
I can stay
totally
there.
find an alleyway between shops.
Perfect. I'm gonna hang out over here.
Okay.
I think we did it.
I'm at the edge of the table again.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm in an alleyway. I'm up here. It's fine. We all know what's going on. All right. Continue. That was all my only question.
So, do you want to keep listening to the speech? Do you want to do anything else?
I would like to currently just keep listening with my good perception. I just want to listen and watch.
Okay, you're in between a shoe store and a religious bookstore.
Oh, goody.
The speech goes on, and she's kind of rambling. At one point, she just starts talking about her favorite spider, and people are getting a little confused. And then she starts talking about, how all the foreigners in this city, and they just ruined everything. They say, "Do you know a gnome or a particular slave who doesn't respect how elves are the best, women are the best? You go teach him a lesson. Why don't you go home? I'll give you that lesson. Stick home. Go teach him a lesson. Let him know the glory of our culture. We're the best. We don't need advice. It's just, we don't need a counsel. We don't need a counselor. We don't need advice. We're just gonna be here. We don't care about what's going on the surface. We will live forever. We are queen. Every one of you is a spider queen." And everybody's kind of cheering now. And
So she hasn't officially disbanded. She hasn't officially disbanded the council yet, has she?
I'm not sure if you guys were listening during that particular part. And she did say, I should assume that you were. So she did say that she's going to plan to not need the council anymore.
Okay. If that's the case,
It was
after
very
she said
vague
you're
like
all-
all the other things she's saying, but she did say something to that effect.
Gotcha. If she's saying you're all spider queens, I am going to say very loudly from the back, "Au contraire," as Altier kind of slinks forward.
I am a
in
wombat
wider
queen.
form a few steps. You dare take my name and appoint a man at
Okay.
your right-hand side while your daughter suffers. And I pull back the dark hood to reveal the face of Lolth, the spider.
Okay, wow.
I'd like to
Careful.
also I'd like to
This is
we
such
were
a-
planning this. I would like to as people are starting to look at Yllaxis Loth, I would like to cast upcast conjure animals and throw just 16 large size or medium sized spiders out just to chitter around to be wolf spiders.
Wow, I love it.
I would
Spiders.
I would also like to cast Major Image and have more images of spiders darting around combined with a very loud sound of just scuttling, whispering spider legs. Create those audio effects.
If
Okay,
we'll use
So
some
it just
custom-
kind of, the people who are ordinary doing their jobs in the shops and everything, they actually kind of look up. And I want Yllaxis to roll her choice of performance or deception or something like that.
I was about to say before you said that, Kiff will, with his Death Heart bow, like, pluck a very, like, dissonant chord and give Yllaxis Lawless a Bardic Inspiration.
I rolled
You'll
a
all-
natural 15. Yes. 27.
Wow.
27.
But
Okay, so,
raise.
so every single person turns and looks. The queen immediately says, "It's a trick. It's where's Alphonse? Dispel. It's a trick." And but people aren't really listening to her. They're looking at Yllaxis' wonderful performance. People are gasping.
Grovel.
People start groveling.
I'm gonna move myself like.
Nice.
I'm gonna start having the spiders kind of like wander around the people, like not necessarily anything aggressive, but just like being more in the mix of people. That's it.
And illusion spiders start hissing.
These groups of guards on each side start clustering themselves together. This wizard over here says, "Ma'am, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Ma'am, this isn't authorized for this event."
This guy's saying it to me?
Law
Yeah,
is
he
not
sounds a little
authorized.
hesitant. He looks
I
kind of
just
wizardy.
look at
Is
him.
that a man or a? I'm sorry.
It's an elf. It's
A woman.
It's a male drow or a
male
female
elf.
drow?
It's a male elf wizard over here.
Oh my god.
Oh,
just look
even
at
worse.
I say, you dare speak while your matron is present. You dare speak when there is a woman present.
He squints. He squints. You know, he's actually gonna say, "Okay, let's back up. He looks at his spellbook. He looks at the page for dispel his spellbook, and then he just backs off.
Awkward. I'm gonna have a couple of spiders just kind of come closer to her and like do like a little like hangout.
Okay.
There we go. Spiders everywhere. Just spidering.
Okay, so everybody here is very impressed. People in the street turn and look, and they say, "Wow!" People turn and look. The queen went into the building. She's looking for Alphonse. You got a few minutes probably before she comes back. Like maybe 1 minute.
Okay, while that's going on, your queen goes to retreat. Meanwhile, she leaves her people, my people, vulnerable. She gallivants around, shouting at the top of her lungs about this and that. Meanwhile, she denies the fact that there is danger at your doorstep. And I don't mean those lizard folk. I mean something far more dangerous that Tanya was good enough to identify, she told me in her prayers.
At this point, she comes up.
Can I, as she's talking, can I move myself closer? Like, I'd like to be...
Yeah, you can do that.
Indeed, Kiff would like to, with cloak on, just kind of follow behind Yllaxis. And just being near her, so, just in case.
After that, I stare down Mildred and I say, you there, High Priestess. Where do your allegiances lie?
Mildred says, "With the one true God, of course." At that point, you see Queen Mandara and a couple of tough wizards and fighters and people start coming towards you, and she elbows Alphonse, and Alphonse starts waving his staff. And Queen is saying, "It's all an illusion, it's all an illusion."
You dare defy your own goddess and call me an illusion in front of your own people? It sounds like someone is unfit to rule.
Okay.
I'm starting to move myself sort of in as well.
Okay.
I
so
need to see a thing.
At this point, there's going to be some initiative roll. What time is it? Okay.
It's yeah. We should probably. Do you want to roll initiative and leave it at that, or?
This is
Okay.
really cool. I like this lot. This is really
No,
cool.
it's
Any
badass.
role play that may happen, we
Yeah.
should probably do, and then once we roll initiative, we'll
I
wrap
think
it up.
this is roll initiative, unless you are going to allow me to scoot forward a little bit.
Nobody's really paying attention to Dromik. Where does he want to scoot?
Dromik wants to scoot. Dromik's thinking.
Within 60 feet of Alphonse.
Yeah, within 60 feet of Alphonse is kind of what Dromik's trying to do. I'm trying to get within 60
I'm
feet of
picking up
Alphonse.
on what you're putting down.
Dromik is like trying to get into an opportune position because I know what's coming next. I am no
Gonna be a
fool.
repeat of the poopy pigeons.
No, I just am.
Oh yeah, that's way better. I like that. Make it
And that's my trick.
Yeah, no, that's a Kiff
Say
trick.
that's the Kiff thing.
No, Dromik's trying to like get within 60 feet. Can I be around? Like if I'm like groveling as everyone else is, can I like grovel into 60 feet?
Yes, you can.
About say here, I'll grovel into the crowd. Yes. There we go. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I'm groveling on the outskirts of the crowd. Perfect. That's it.
Okay, great. So we should stop here, right?
I think so. Do you want us to roll now? Do you want us to roll next time?
Yeah, let's roll now. That'd be good.
Perfect. So I'm not gonna be here next time. I'm just gonna tell you, if he casts Dispel, I'm counterspelling it. That is why I'm within 60 feet. Have the spell, I'm going to counterspell. For sure.
Oh dear.
Why wouldn't I? Counterspell a Dispel magic on my
Yeah.
friend, who is like obviously not real.
Yeah.
I'm no fool. I will happily announce that is my plan. But I'm happy to give control over to someone else. I can send a character sheet since I am here and we're kind of set up for me to be here, and like there's a lot of shit going on. I can give you the details of that if anyone, or like if you want
Prefer not
magic.
to have people do stuff for you.
That's fair, but I've also summoned 16 spiders.
It's a lot of spiders.
And I set myself out to specifically counterspell something. Like, what do you want to do about that? Like, I am pretty much.
I guess somebody else could control Dromik. I guess.
I mean, even just for like that, like someone needs to control the 16 spiders because they're not just gonna sit there and twiddle their thumbs. Like, they're gonna do something.
No, they're on their Underbucks coffee break.
I mean, even if you just want me to have that counterspell ready, that's basically my job currently, is just to counterspell. I'm a counterspell machine, and I have many spell slots, so.
Okay, tell me some initiative numbers.
Oh, you want us to roll?
19. I put it in roleplay.
Is Kiff invisible?
Nice, Cap.
Is Kiff invisible?
Yes, Kiff is behind.
Oh.
Yllaxis with the, I was about to say shawl, with the cloak on.
The one time
Shawl
I
of
didn't want to roll
invisibility.
the shawl.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
dainty.
Charles, for the record, that'd be 22 for me.
Very nice.
I got a 10, but I'm also not 100% sure I'll be here next week.
Oh,
Eh.
not good.
I'm
That's
fine
actually
if people want to use
Yeah,
Maggie
I-
for things or not.
That's
I
a lot
will
of
do my
feats, too.
best to.
yeah, that's
yeah,
a lot of
I know.
stuff.
I will do my best. But
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
work
we
stuff?
might.
The number of
possibly.
the number of clerics in the temple is more than you can fight all at the same time anyway, probably.
Right, I
So
think it's-
I mean, I
less-
don't think we're here to
We're
like
not trying to
have a
fight.
fight.
No,
I
right.
think it's
we're trying to convince them that this is real, and the illusion wizard
Right.
and the other person with counterspell are not going to be
The
there.
number of party members wouldn't affect things too much. Because the situation is mostly
Well,
the same.
so number of party members doesn't affect it, but the type of party members affects it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
see what you're
it's
saying.
whatever. It's
Yeah.
whatever you
I
guys.
can
Well,
wanna
I
do.
mean, so
do my
I
here's-
best
know
to
I'm
at
not gonna
least
be here
come
for sure.
part of the time.
Okay, yeah.
I will try. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
What did Dromik roll?
Dromik rolled really, really good. I rolled 22, but I'm probably gonna hold my action to counterspell.
Well, it's a reaction, so you.
That will.
Oh yeah,
have to
right.
hold,
It
you
is.
could do something
Never
else
mind.
there.
Just
Let me
kidding.
ask
It
you
is a
this,
reaction.
Charles.
I'm a druid. I
Let
don't
me ask you
understand how
this,
wizard
Charles.
spells
Do you want
work.
to just so you don't have to worry about that? Do you want to resolve the counter spell right now?
Yeah. Do you want to
That way we don't
resolve
have to worry
that
about-
currently?
Yeah, that way we don't
I
have to
mean,
worry about
that-
Dromik missing.
Yeah,
anything.
that could be like the thing that kicks off.
I would
initiative.
think it would be that. Yeah, well, and then
Okay. Sure.
like role playing and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to put the enemies here. Okay, so it's Fontiev would be first.
Well,
you did more than a 22?
No, I got a 22 as well.
Oh yeah, then Fontiev's definitely first. Because I also got a 22. I was surprised. I didn't hear your number.
No, that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying like.
Yeah,
if-
you go
for
first.
The sake, well, I'm saying for the sake of argument, you counterspell.
But counterspell's a reaction. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I forgot how wizard spells work because I'm not a wizard and I just magic. I have that spell because good book.
All good points.
I mean,
Here to
I can't.
remind people.
Yeah.
I can't imagine me
my
firing
job.
arrows is a good idea in this place. Is it?
I agree with that statement.
You could just like throw yourself to the ground to help with persuading things or something. I don't know.
Mm.
You do.
I guess I could
Are
be.
we doing?
Well, we're
this
not
now?
starting
We're
now,
not
right?
starting now.
No,
I mean-
like what I meant is like before initiative even starts, we could just resolve the counter spell.
Yeah, I'm unsure as to if that's going to kick off the initiative or if that's something that will happen in initiative. What would you prefer, Charles?
Yeah, like if Fontiev says I'm not doing anything, then Queen Madara, I don't know if she just kind of doesn't
She's-
attack yet. I don't
Well,
know.
he's
Just
gesturing
plenty-
for Alphonse to cast dispel.
Dispel,
Which he
yeah.
will then do on his turn.
Okay, so you want to keep it in turn stuff. Okay,
That's the game you're playing.
yeah,
Well,
that's fine.
Fontiev, are you doing anything this turn?
I would well, me starting off like intentional combat, probably a horrible idea, right?
Yeah, yes.
Everyone agrees with this.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I'm gonna use my abilities of observation to find the person behaving the most like religious right now in front of basically a spider queen god, and try to just repeat exactly what they're doing.
Okay.
I like it.
Trying
It's like
to
when I lived at
enforce.
church,
Matter, like-
Yeah, enforce that she is definitely the Spider Queen and not an illusion.
Yes, that's basically the plan right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like it.
So Queen Madara, she also seems to be preparing a
Sweet heavenly SpongeBob, save us!
and then it's Dromik's turn before any of these other people.
Sorry. So I am currently groveled. I need to look at it.
But you still have a good view.
Yeah, I'm trying to grovel just enough.
You want to tell the spiders to do something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have them start kind of crowding around Spider Yllaxis. I'm trying to make, like, you know how spiders
Yllaxis.
do. Well, they're actually ants. They do the water thing where they make like a little bridge, but I want like a little spider.
And they're all gonna hold each other's hands like that, right?
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. No,
Like
more
otter.
like they're like piling. They're stacking. They're doing a stack.
Ah, I am a spider queen. Oh god, I love it.
You're welcome for the 16 wolf spiders. They're only CR1. They're not great, but they're there. They sure are intimidating.
You have to verbally command them.
Is that in the thing?
Yeah, it
Is that
says
in-
they obey verbal commands that you give to them.
Would I have to speak loudly?
You would speak in a normal speaking voice. There's a
Oh,
lot of people.
okay.
Like,
What
both
happens
Yllaxis
when-
is shouting and the queen is shouting also right now.
I can't
So
whisper. Well, I guess it's a command.
the usual assumption
Okay.
for magic words
Yeah,
is
no,
it-
that's fair.
normal.
That's fair. I'm gonna.
Probably being druidic too, so
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably then not have moved up. I'll scoot my way back a little bit at least. And give a verbal command like here, like listen to your spider queen, but in druidic,
Yeah, that sounds normal.
and then
Okay.
and then grovel forward again.
you want to do any actions?
No, I'm groveling.
Okay.
No, actually, I'm not sure. I'm not
It's
100%
funny.
sure.
No, I'm groveling.
I'm groveling.
I'm panicking.
That is my action. I'm putting my all into it.
My action is to do a grovel. No, currently
Picking my racial trait.
grovel.
I have grovel, cower, and beg as a racial
Do
trait.
you actually?
Yeah, kobold.
Holy crap, that's incredible.
It's so bad, but it's great.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's funny. I am actually going to hold on. Let me look at one thing. Can't spell today. Yeah, no. There's nothing I can do about this. Never mind. I'm not within touch distance of anything, so I will. No, you know what I will do? I'm going to, while groveling, can I give myself guidance?
You can.
I mean, I do it all the time in Oregon.
It's a good idea.
I'm going to just in case.
Yeah.
Well, don't do it because it's concentration.
Oh no, it is concentration. Never mind. It's not. Never mind. Never mind. Concentration spells are hard.
We remember how that
yeah.
went.
I'm not looking at guidance yet. I just pulled it up. So yeah, never mind. We're not gonna do that then. Then I'm gonna just grovel. Groveling is my action.
Okay. So on Alphonse's turn, he's gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Counterspell.
He's gonna target he's gonna target Altair with it.
Yeah, the counterspell.
Okay, so that's counterspelled. The Queen of Dara would also prepared Dispel as a reaction. She's gonna insult Alphonse, and then she's gonna try to cast it on Altair.
At what level?
At level 3.
I can't.
Just
Doesn't
to
work.
roll.
Yeah, she has to roll.
Oh
Can
shit!
Maggie
Yeah, shit.
also
Yeah.
counterspell?
Maggie's at within 60 feet.
I am not within 60 feet, and I have Dispel Magic prepared, but not
Not counterspell.
This
Counterspell.
spell has a longer range than.
Yeah, that's my job is to counterspell everything. Remember,
so
that's the reason why I got it.
She's got good charisma. Let's see how she rolls. Okay, so she did roll enough to dispel it on
13.
Altair.
What did she roll?
She
13.
rolled a 13 plus her 16 charisma says plus 3, so for a 16 to dispel the. But Seething is level 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna be higher than that.
So Altair's beautiful shining face is revealed.
Does anyone have inspiration to try to force a reroll on that one?
I don't think we can use it on enemies.
You can't
right?
use it on enemy rolls, yeah. You are
Okay.
correct.
Can either me or Kiff use luck points on that?
No,
Or
because it's
some
not
kind of
you.
bardic or some
Nope.
bardic
No, because
inspiration?
it's not you.
It's not an attack roll, and it's not you.
Yeah.
I'll check. I'll double
Damn it,
check.
you put in this time to become a bard, you don't have any bardic bullshit? God damn it.
I mean,
He's
bardic.
one
bardic
level in
I was gonna say
Bard.
bardic
Yeah.
bullshit starts at level 3. Let's
Yeah.
be real here.
And that's like if you have cutting words
Yes.
or the other one that
The other
Eloquence
good one,
sparks,
yeah, eloquent sparks.
I love cutting words. Cutting words is so good.
Oh, good.
I
Okay.
miss cutting words every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she used her reaction to prepare that spell, and then she cast that, and that's going to be her turn. She's not some kind of superhero with legendary action. That's not who she is. So the next person would be Kiff's turn, or Yllaxis could talk, or whatever happens. The queen would be saying, "You see, it's an illusion."
Yeah,
Phil."
you know what? I'll talk. I will talk. You have formed an illusion. You have defaced a spider in front of people.
No. You
You are
are the
no
illusion. You're the illusion.
Tell her to dance.
She has no power here. She's trying to gaslight him, but I am
Tell
a
her to
god.
dance.
I am a god.
Yeah.
Fontie just
For,
sits there
force,
like
force your
writing in
will
panic.
upon her. Get her to dance.
Dance, monkey, dance.
No.
Yeah.
Command her to dance. Look where your buddies are. Command her to dance.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The spiders come from our soul.
That was to me.
Yes.
Dance.
Yes.
and
Dance.
good old
in
bow
the
charge
Is that
for.
reaction or is that? Oh, your turn's next.
It's
isn't
my
it?
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Yllaxis is just talking. So I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
one
go.
bow charge on. Yeah.
He's dead. Oh man. People are very confused. Everybody looks up. So some of the people on the street just start laughing. I would say for people aren't sure what to do here. Like we're gonna going through the order. Even Mildred isn't sure what to do. And
Do I get a
says,
turn?
Someone stop this.
Do I get a turn?
You're after Mildred.
Okay.
So Mildred's gonna try to dispel the dance. He is not the greatest. What level is that spell? Is that like
It's
a?
a 6th level spell.
Yeah, it's
I
level
guess.
6. It's a pretty good spell.
Mildred's not as charismatic. Mildred cannot he fails to dispel it.
Okay.
Okay, now it's Maggie's turn.
Okay. So I had cast Major Illusion to create all the little spiders. So all using my malleable
Oh,
illusions.
there's more spiders?
Yeah, there were. I had said I did Major Illusion.
Yeah, you Major
Sorry,
Illusion.
Major Image. But
Yes.
Major Image
More
to make a bunch
spiders.
of little spiders and also
Like a
the
swarm of
sound of
them?
spiders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't bother spawning them because using my malleable illusions, I am shifting that they are going to coalesce, cover Altier, and basically create like a spidery shape over to
Yeah,
reform the
like
body.
reform the
Now
body
that
spider.
the dancing queen is distracted,
The dancing.
yeah.
Here, I got her.
So
Oh,
so
sorry.
spider
Oh,
is
God.
That's a really
is
cool
a bag.
illusion, by the way.
Yeah, that is awesome. And
So
I mean, malleable illusion's badass.
that's a yes.
Like, I'm gonna just keep Altier here.
Yeah.
Here. There,
So
I gotta...
so there we go. The
There are so many spiders.
the spidery Altier. Altier's just covered in enough. It is coalesced to create a spidery form. So there we go.
Okay.
That is my
At this
action.
point, some of the people walking on the street also start to grovel.
And
They're
I'll
very-
grovel as well. I'll just be like, oh, the queen, no, it's Loth, and very dramatically fall to my knees and try to attract people to do the same. But yeah, that's my turn.
Loth, sign my T-shirt.
Okay. At this point, the High Priestess is gonna cast the biggest dispel she has to stop the queen from dancing.
Oh, to stop the queen?
To stop the queen from dancing,
Yeah, that'll probably work.
which is probably like a level 7-1. And the other people aren't gonna be. These guys do not have this spell, so they're not really sure what to do. They're just gonna wait.
Level 6.
And then,
Yeah.
should we stop it here?
I-
Yeah, what time is it?
I think so. It is 11:12.
It's kind of a standoff, but you guys have made a very, very big good impression.
We have made a convincing argument here.
I convince people I'm God.
Yeah, there you go.
The happiest person ever.
And now 16 spiders are under your command. They are now here.
Spiders are under my command, and my horse is covered in spiders. My flying horse is covered in
No,
Perfect. My
The-
flying horse
they
is now a
turned
spider.
into-
My
Yes.
spider
Yeah.
horse.
to a
Yeah.
spider.
You
I know.
use the illusion.
all the little spiders came together to just create big
Yllaxis doesn't
spider.
know what's
That's so
actually
cool.
happening. She's like, my horse is
Yeah, I have no
now
party horse. I'm
some
God.
spiders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I am now God, and there are spiders everywhere. We did it. But yeah, I mean, like, at this point, I think that we can call it, like, not a thing, but, like, we can call it
not-
here.
Right.
Required, like Dromik isn't required, right? At this point.
Uh,
I mean,
he is
for
kind of a
counterspells.
counterspell machine, but that's about it. And
Okay.
I'm the only one who knows counterspell out of our group.
and has it prepared.
Yeah, and has it
I
prepared.
knew you had it, so I took dispel. magic.
I think that was a long time ago that happened because of this. Actually, I think I got the book that gave me counterspell because we had been saying like, oh my gosh, nobody knows counterspell, and then you were like, oh, I don't need to take counterspell today, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, and it hasn't been an issue up until right this very moment.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
Yeah.
hindsight's 2020, like it happens.
Hey guys. Dancing Queen
Mhm.
smells like bean. 517.
I can't.
That's great.
I can't. And on that, we're gonna stop playing our game. So
Aw.
I mean, I don't know what you want to do, Charles. Like I said, we don't have to do full character control. There are 16.
I just want to keep playing the game and just see what happens next.
I know, me too, and I'm going
really
on
good to know
vacation.
what's
I'm very sad. The spiders are giant wolf spiders. If they're only CR 1/4. That's why I chose them, because there's lots of them.
People here do not want this to go down to violence.
No,
think
I
nobody
don't.
wants
I don't think anyone does.
We
so
certainly do not want
I'm just
violence.
letting you guys know that like this is the size spider that they are, and also like I don't know what you want to do with counterspell, but like if you happen to use my counterspell, just put it in the notes and I'll mark it off. I've already marked off a counterspell on my my thing. I have two more 3rd levels, but then I also have 3/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, just in case we need them. Okay?
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
By the
Prefer not
way,
to
Sarah,
only do that, but
what do you think of meat on the stick?
I love it. I was gonna post it up at the end because I can't. Black on black is not gonna work.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so we're officially stopping here.
Yes, let's stop here.
Wonderful. Okay.
Also,
Yes.
Rob, you might have to change it up because it's meal on a stick, not meat on a stick.
Oh.
Not just me.
So one word.
It's everything.
But-
on
I
it.
mean letter,
don't
one
know
letter,
why,
sorry.
But my brain had it as meat on a stick.
It's
You were thinking of
meal
steaks,
on
don't
a
worry.
Yes.
You were thinking of the
Rob,
normal
are you
thing.
making that in? Are you making that in Illustrator?
No, it's just Inkscape.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if we did it in Illustrator, I want Matt to like record his little jingle, and then we animate the
Yes.
come in.
We can make
It's possible.
if Kiff gets out of this bullshit alive and
Meal on a stick is
gets back
happening.
up topside to, foresee his fast food empire, then the jingle will definitely happen.
Okay, just clarifying. So Sarah's going to be out July 7th, right, Sarah and Matt?
I'm
Okay.
still here.
Yeah, Matt is
Okay.
still
I'm not
there.
going
I
anywhere.
am on vacation. I'm actually starting on Friday. I am on vacation.
And Elena might be out too. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's it. Okay, cool. So I am going to, for the sake of recording, stop recording, but I'm still going to be streaming, so don't go anywhere just yet. Everyone say bye.
Bad.
Ah.
That